The one thing that I absolutely love about the culture is that it's still embedded in Black culture.
White geeks still rock Dunks or Jordans, and they also talk about Batman versus Superman. Batman and versus Superman is literally Brown versus Jordan.
Dragon Ball Z, that like my whole trajectory and life changed. Don't nobody talk to me, my shit is on.
We just finna experience it. It look like it's gonna be real deep.
Oh my God, this is crazy!
The elevation from where King Vader started to now fucking lit.
Black geek culture helped me through some of the highs in my life, through some of the lows in my life. It's always been there, sort of like an undercurrent to everything that I did.
There was no term for it. It was just, this is what I'm doing.
I love us in it. I love the fact that we take things and we always make it better.
All right, that's the process. You can talk about that.
Oh yeah, I mean we definitely can talk.
Like,
It's just in up there.
It's so rain
20 minutes.
Wasted.
It's so rain.
Time wasted. It's okay, bro.
It was hurting you.
I feel like it was a fine moment.
So gotta
Yo, Geekset, come over here to this mic right here. Introduce yourselves, man, real quick, man. Geekset podcast, man. They're new members of the Sway's Universe family.
Awesome.
We're new members of their family.
Nice.
It's a family affair.
Hey. No singing, Sway.
No singing, no singing.
Talk to dog. I thought that was
You got it.
right. Come on, man.
Nah, dog.
Hey, Black Geeks sing. We sing, right?
There you go.
Come on, man.
We can do a spill, right?
Do your spill, man. Go ahead.
All right,
Go
man.
ahead.
Listen. All right, man. Welcome back to the Geekset podcast, only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together. I'm your boy Deuces. With me, I got my man Bacardi Sensei.
What is good, everybody? How are we doing today?
And as always, I got my man Didge in the building.
What is happening, people? What is happening? Hope y'all are having a great morning.
And look, Blurs is on Sway's Universe, yo.
Oh, Deuces. Break down what the podcast is all about, and then even the culture of the Geek Set.
Yeah. So, we are a podcast, so like I said, we really just wanted to bring the black people to the space and show that black people are not a monolith, right? So, like, one of the things that, like, really sparked this, and this is a dope story, is that when Black Panther first came out, if people who remember it, the very, very first commercial had Run the Jewels on the commercial.
Yes.
Yeah. Right? And I'm listening to all these other podcasts and people talk about it, but nobody was bringing up the fact that a Disney property, the first major Marvel movie, had Run the Jewels on the commercial. And I said, this is what I want to bring to the podcast space.
There you go.
And so, we wanted to do that. And then we wanted to continue to show love to our heroes, but also the people that are doing it. the people that are within the culture. So we make sure that we go to those conventions. We interview the people that we grew up loving. We make sure that we're showcasing the talent and all the people that was in it. And then, me and my brothers, man, I got them along with the ride, and everybody got a special expertise position within Geekset. So it's like now we just running like Voltron. Like everybody got a purpose and everything.
Everybody got a role they play, huh? Yo, Bacardi, come on, man. Come on, man.
I do all the fashion and everything for Geekset and the branding. So everything you seeing right now, the Black Geek, all the merch. Sway got a box, you know what I'm saying?
I got a box.
Yeah, you got a box. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's been great. Like I was doing hip hop. I was always doing beats and everything back when I was younger. I was a geek my whole life. So it's like I'm 42 years old. So to be 42 and I get to still talk about X-Men and travel and convention is like, this is like bananas. It's like a dream really coming true.
I love it, man. Come on, let's apply for living our dreams. Diz, let me ask you this. How much diversity do we see in this culture?
Oh, we see a ton. I mean, you got to figure geeks from all types of life. Geeks from all walks of life. You got all three of us are already different. Like, even though that's my blood brother, we two completely different personalities.
Yeah.
But the one thing that you connect on is we geeks. We like this geek shit. So we basically, that's what you talk about. And you instead of looking at the differences, you try to talk about the things that's together. So like you got the common thread all the time.
It brings so much community together.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the fact that we went so long throughout our years, never realizing that there's so many people that watch these cartoons that we grew up with that still hold it true.
So what is the geek traits? You got to watch cartoons, comic books. Like, what are you talking about?
You know what? I got a perfect point for you. Everybody is geeky about something. If you a sports nerd, you a geek.
Oh, so Heather's a sports geek.
Oh, then you a geek.
A food.
Okay, food geek. Okay,
you
because
a geek.
Our slogan is "Love what you do what you love," and that's what we equate it to. Because the thing about that we see when we have these conversations with people is that, like, we'll have a conversation just about, like, in general, comic books, anime, video games, but then you'll find somebody who has something where it's like it may not be that, but it may be a property. They may like westerns, right? And what we look for, we call it your geek point. We look for the moment of that excitement that you have when you might have it to your own self, but then you have 3 or 4 people that when y'all get together, y'all go deep.
Conversation,
and that's what we try to make everybody bring out their geek point and saying, like, yeah, you know what, there's something that you love that like I said, we love using sports because it's like everybody like who likes sports. I may say that Kobe is the greatest, but there's somebody.
Hey, you remember when Kobe did X, Y, and Z?
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, I love it.
You a sports geek.
Well, this is the podcast, man. Give them a big round of applause. The Geekset, right? And you can follow them at where?
Geekset Podcast everywhere, or go to geeksetpodcast.com. Merch is available because we are working on a doc.
Get that Black Geek merch, please.
And you can check out episodes on Sway's Universe.
Absolutely.
All right, our new partnership.
Yes.
Part of the partnership is you got to give me a hoodie, man. Nobody brought me a hoodie. What the hell? Come on, man. All right, okay, man. We coming right back. Okay, we got a box right here. Let them see the box real quick. We got to get the box.
We're going to get you. We're
That's
going to have to roll back on you.
And then hold it up.
All good.
And then
Take
Ty,
care of
get that on the
take care
camera.
of Sway.
And then listen, to those who are watching this, you can get your Geek Set podcast gear as well.
It's nice. It's beautiful,
look at
too.
It. Oh, man. Right. Let's put it up. Somebody
Sway gonna have that on tomorrow.
Oh, my gosh. Look at that, man. Black Geek Set.
That's really nice.
Documentary, man. Let's see her.
Come on, man. Look at
We got you the hat.
We got the hat. Oh, man. Look at that, man. What about Torch? Did Torch get anything?
They said they're gonna spin the block.
We
They be back.
We spinning the block.
I mean, a couple different sizes.
Yeah, because we also got to get Reggie right, man. Shout out Reggie.
Okay, what's that right there?
I'm gonna be in your box, Sway.
So
hold that up for me.
I'll tell you the origin of our Blurts On, just like portion of it, right? So we was in Forbes, and they was covering about us doing the documentary, right? And I'm a researcher because I also interview people. I have a whole list of people that I interview on my show called 101 with Deuces.
Right.
And so when we was on Forbes, I'm like, okay, who else is talking about this geek shit? Because I would love to talk to them. And so I'm typing in like the hot terms, and nobody in Forbes said anything about blurs, which is Black Nerd. So then we started the hashtag Blurs on Forbes. So now the way that we look at it is because the culture always comes first, even before Geekset. Even though we here, the culture is here on Sway's Universe. So we started doing blurs everywhere. So then when we partnered with y'all, we started Blurs on Sway's Universe. I'm also a voice narrator on Watch Mojo. I do the list over there. Blurs on Watch Mojo. So everywhere we go, it's a Blurs on movement, and Blurs on Sway's Universe.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Give it up once again, man. Give out that social again so people want to follow
Yo,
y'all?
at Geekset Podcast, you'll find all of our individual socials there. But like I said, the movement is Geekset, man. Geekset Podcast, and support the Black Geek documentary. Our teaser trailer is out, so make sure y'all go there. And it's bananas. And like I said, we use our community with our emojis, man. You see us, throw in the eagle emojis, man. We hold it down.
There you go, man. Give
Love
it up for the Geekset Podcast. You can also find them on Sway's Universe, the YouTube channel. 888-742-334555. Turn me up, Torch.
I had downloaded the video, so I didn't.
What background?
There we go. Oh, I got it. Let's look at the Black Geek. Nah, look at the Black Geek on there. I'd rather it be like this. Because that close-up looks kind of wild.
You ain't rocking with this one? No, it cut off.
That close-up kind of wild.
Which one?
Is your light too big?
Say it again.
Is your light lighting?
It's light. It's light.
It's gonna do what it's gonna do.
It's light. It's light.
Hey, real quick, just want to make sure. Can y'all hear us out there? If y'all can hear us, whether you on Twitter Spaces, use the hashtag in the chat, type it, throw in some eagles. If you
let us know.
If you in the Twitch, let us know.
That was the wrong time to try stuff new, apparently.
We got a 5-person
Yesterday
setup
would
this
have
go
been
around.
Yesterday that would have been better.
We got a 5-person setup this go around. This is new for us. So I need to make sure that y'all can hear us. I know y'all can flip. Damn, I see nobody.
Well, they can't hear this shit. They can't see us because they, like you said, when the video playing, we already are muted.
No, he's saying
We're live now.
Yeah.
Oh, I should pick up both.
I ain't seen that one.
tragic.
Big Sis Chris, where you at? You the mind?
Tragic. I'm at the club.
Yeah.
No, I got it.
Yeah, we can hear it.
We good?
Good.
Can't say something.
Yo, we good?
Oh,
Okay.
all right, there you go. There you got some eagles in there. There you go. Hey, all right. Well,
Thank you, Chris.
Oh, did you? I wasn't coming.
I know. We gotta get you a one. All right, we can get a black geek.
3, 1, 2.
Oh, like how you did it. All right. Welcome back to the Geekset Podcast, only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together. I'm your boy Deuces. I got my man Cardi Sensei.
What's good, everybody? How the fuck are we doing today?
Hey, we doing great. As long as I got my man Dish.
What's happening, people?
Tearing shit up.
It's crazy.
Tearing shit up. Audio is crazy. We ain't done. Finish go to the intro.
But as you can see, man, we got the Hollywood Trip Camp. Hey, and as you can see, we also have King in the building.
Got the boy King in the building.
Yo, how y'all doing?
As you know, anytime.
Don't get scared.
Okay, no, all right. Oh, it's an echo.
Somebody echoing. Who echoing?
Why we got the echo?
Hey, y'all, this is a nightmare.
Why we got the echo? All right, we got the adjust. King, you just get close to make sure.
What you mean?
Okay, because Dish got to turn King's mic down because who's coming through there and both and everything like that.
Yeah.
Oh, because of the dynamic mic.
Yeah. Got better. Yeah, we working.
Is that better? Is that better?
Yo.
Let us know in the comments.
No, he's talking about for this mic. He's trying to say if this mic works.
No, but the echo is all of us. That's why we both got to talk.
But she said good.
Did we better?
I'm talking about I can't hear it. I'm going to the comments. I'm not basing off of y'all. I'm basing off of them. I'm literally talking to the comments of the people.
I guess I see what you're saying. I see.
You rely too much on the people.
Yeah, we rely on our community, man. We rely on our community.
That's a delay.
But like I was saying, that's always y'all know when y'all see multiple people. That's usually after you've done something epic. You know, usually after a convention, after something that was significant.
It's not better.
You throw her under the bus like that?
She's the mod. That's the whole reason that she's there to moderate.
This podcast finna be a dozy.
right. I ain't have. Is that we too close? We give a second. We still here. All right. I guess we gotta give us a few more. I mean, we still talking. We can still like. Sorry. What did you say?
Mostly with dudes.
It's just when you saw.
I mean, I'm loud. I mean, shit.
Can we turn him down?
Let me scoot over.
Oh, you gonna get close to the dick?
Well,
I don't know. Or is it? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
What you listening to?
What is it still yours? Oh, you turn my mic down? All right, see, there we go. All right, so now we better? We going good? Check.
Yeah, you gotta do a dish check.
We gotta do the dish check. That's what check that matters.
That's better? Okay, better.
It's manageable.
All right,
cool. All right, deal. We'll get there, people. We'll get there.
Listen, this is our first 5 mic setup, but y'all gonna see us really like improve because we got motivated. Anyway, if you've been following any of our social media, any one of us, you know what I'm saying, you will realize that one, we was in New York last week.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? We was doing Black Geek documentary last week.
Don't we look great today? I was wondering, everybody. Big sis Chris, I love you dearly. You are gonna have the biggest wardrobe ever. And Yasa too. But I like ain't a lot of
people. We gotta get the staff together. We gotta get the staff together. But we also was on Sway in the morning.
Hey, man, that was crazy. That was crazy. You guys started before the show started. So, or not trailer, but just
the interview.
The interview.
Yeah. So, my question is this.
What? That's awesome.
Where do you guys want to start? Where do you want to start on this journey that we're going to take?
Are we talking about Sway? Or are we talking about the New York trip?
In general, that whole last week. Let's start with just the trip itself.
Yeah.
All right, so, I mean, New York will lead you literally into Sway.
Yeah.
And then from there, you know, you can go from wherever from there.
I mean,
so we're gonna start with Jersey then, or
Jersey?
Let's start with Jersey.
I definitely want to say that we definitely put on the raps and we told people that we knew, but we all knew that we were actually going to New York to see Sway.
Yeah. If you saw us at C2E2, I think those are the only people that got the Easter egg.
Really got the Easter egg. But the interview in itself was a surprise, but our intentions was to go meet Sway and meet Reggie. Like I said, if you guys know, we've already been working with them for over a year. We was already doing video and everything reviews for them. This was just our final moment to be like, all right, we really want to solidify that we was actually partnering and really working with them. So in our mind, we was going to take some pictures. Do some video, have them talk to us about the documentary. It was just part of our documentary run. We started our documentary run.
Yeah.
So
that's what I was telling people. I was telling people I was filming like Sway, interviewing y'all about the documentary and kind of like, you know, doing what you guys do for others, but for y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I want to get the way first. So it wasn't like as much as it seems like a surprise that we popped up on Sway. Y'all was gonna see us with Sway regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we already fuck with Sway. You know what I'm saying? Sway already fuck with us. So it's but it was this was just that moment in New York that we was gonna really like put our stamp on it. You know what I'm saying? So now we can start from the fact that we was in Jersey. Our place was in Jersey though before we got to New York.
Well, I mean, for people from New York, they know. You know, a lot of people always say they live in Jersey or stay in Jersey because it costs a grip to be out in New York.
And I saw it.
Though we look put together, hey, we still out here working on the budget.
Oh yeah.
Well, you saw going through this set.
You know what I'm saying? We still out here working on the budget. So to stay in New York, that was the dream. Like we kind of had the attention at first, but it was like
I think it was the notice too, though. I think if we had a little more notice, we probably would have been able to find something, you know, more reasonable. But New York had a wild fee problem. Yeah, they had a wild fee problem, dog. That $500 a piece a day was wild.
Like, y'all live in New York, I salute y'all. Like, the cost of living there, it has to be ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But
like to see it from coming from Wisconsin and going to New York for the first time. It was a wild thing.
Y'all got me like I just want to throw that out there.
Bro, we have come on. This ain't the petty part. Like,
we are echoing like crazy.
I think John's right. It might have been audio from the camera.
Oh, so how do you fix that?
I turned off the microphone, so eventually I don't know for sure. I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, we're gonna delay to see if we come in.
No.
Yeah, as of now.
And that's that.
It ain't no real quick. Let me just see. Yep. Check.
Are we good?
I don't know. Yo.
You say you turn King all the way down?
Hold on. Because now mine's was a little bit delayed. I don't know if you can hear it. If you live did.
It is. It's that mic.
It is.
Oh, and then how because he's so close.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna pick
Just
up.
can't got it. Oh, okay.
I can turn it.
Is he grabbing that fan too? Probably.
No, the fan is not. There's that fan. It's literally just echo.
Oh,
yeah.
But man, Jersey was crazy first night though. Like
the Jersey first night.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah. Well, no. Here's the thing. We made the best out of Jersey.
Yeah.
We definitely made the best out of that. Like, cause
North Bergen. Shout out North Bergen.
That hotel was jank.
Hey, they sent me a like a survey, bro. I reviewed it how it was. The nigga emailed me after. Hey, Demetrius, I'm sorry. I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was anonymous.
I don't think your mic coming through.
I didn't even know it or anything. I just started saying like, hey, this quality is not coming. Or the quality wasn't as I thought it would be.
Did y'all talk about that?
Hey, we struggling right now, y'all. I got this.
Yeah, your mic ain't.
Hey, bear with us one more second, y'all. We got to get this audio there. Y'all got to hear this full story.
Huh? I was just mad. I needed that. I took my relaxer before we started podcast.
Is it the line?
Oh, you think the mic could be the cord?
You want to take this? Oh no, it's not the same. You take the mic.
Can you hear me better?
Nah.
All right, hold on. Let me see. You think we need new cord?
Fader?
Let me see.
Y'all talk.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, yeah, we definitely. That first night was crazy. That first night at the hotel.
Yeah.
All the action that we got.
I don't think we should have came fresh off the plane though. And just walk right into that. Like that might have been the one decision that got us. You know what I mean?
Welcome to New Jersey.
Or at least we should have checked the weather before we took that long.
I mean, that walk, I feel like the action. I feel like that was quick though. Like Jersey got a nice set of rocky roads. It's like
that don't even make sense.
Where we was in North Bergen, I don't know how it is everywhere in Jersey.
No, I feel like Hoboken was flatter. Hoboken was nicer. But,
yeah.
And I've seen other areas of Jersey. I feel like it ain't all like that, but definitely North Bergen was crazy.
Y'all still figuring it? Okay.
Is the fader?
Should we just take it to go break? In a minute.
No, just continue talking.
But you know that I think that us making the best out of night one, really set the tone for the whole week.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to make the best. I mean, I feel like even if you want to say, because like I said, we went to because we talking about the dinner, like that was like when we went to go eat.
Yeah,
like finding the spot, like I think that was, and we found out later on that could have been was it 50 cents? They said,
oh wait a minute, you talking about Spirit? Yeah, that was the first night, bro. You know what I thought about? Wendy's. I'm sitting the whole time like, wait a minute, like we didn't eat, like we ate, and then I'm like, I literally forgot. But yeah.
Like, what do you mean spirit?
Remember the place next to the liquor store joint? The 50 Cent restaurant.
Welcome to New Jersey, New York dinner, man.
The hookah spot.
The hookah spot.
The hookah spot. Like, boy, that's like, boy, Sway took everybody thing away, fam. Like,
dog, you know, bro, for real is the storm. The fact that the first night we came in, we took a scary Freddy Krueger walk.
Yeah.
We were outpacing a fucking storm.
We was. I like the detention.
All this happened in the first hour.
I like the detention.
And then we went to Hoboken. Or where was that? No, that wasn't Hoboken. Was it Weehawken? Yeah. And Weehawken Harbor.
Right across the street.
That was dope. What did he call it? Rappers Row?
Yeah.
Who you said?
Oh yeah.
By the pier, pretty much over by the harbor. Not the harbor, but
because the first restaurant we went to, that was 50 Cent's restaurant, I think, wasn't it?
No, I think he was talking about the one that we was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that lady, the bartender lady, was such a vibe.
She was.
Yeah.
She was such a vibe.
With the flaming moles, man.
Yeah, bro, we got
the flaming mo, bro.
That was because it was funny because the car didn't order a regular old fashioned.
Well, I just wanted to get better whiskey. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I know you like the real, like, we need better whiskey. So this man, I didn't even look at the drink menu. So
I looked at the menu and I said, "What's the flaming?" Whatever it was called, it was flaming something.
Was it? I thought it was just. No,
it was smoke. Yeah.
Smoke. And I was like, "Well, let me get that smoked old fashioned."
Yeah,
I didn't know it was gonna be the flaming mug.
That was the first time. I think that was funny. That was like the first time. I don't know everybody, but
I think
I've never had a flaming drink. Have you?
I've had smoked drinks before, but they normally have like the thing they put over the top, and then it smokes it.
Yeah. Like I've never seen nobody go towards flame.
Never. That's definitely the first time.
The skull head and shit. That shit.
Yeah.
The presentation.
Yeah, the presentation was
dope.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I think we forget about that night. But I'm like, I think that set the tone. That first night, that dinner, because the next day was really our first kind of like.
That was our tourist day.
Yeah, that was our tourist day. I was out here double cambered up, man.
Hey,
I've never been double cambered up like that.
You know, took one on that Wednesday, but some of them shots came out nice.
Bro, you snapped, fam. You snapped. I got to give you that. I was going through them, fam. Like me and the wife was just looking. I'm like, bro, Doug really took some cold ass.
Oh, dude, he put that motherfucking semi-automatic.
Oh man.
Spray that motherfucker. And you know what's funny? It took one thing. I took taking regular photos, and I was like, trust me, just do it this way. I took that one tidbit, and after that, Doug became the automatic shooter, bro.
You really had a moment where you feel like you paparazzi. Like, you know, Doug around, like, you like, oh,
I was just gonna say, it definitely make you feel more astute.
Sit up. Together, like, oh, let me
before we got there, we do also got to talk about the walk to the dispensary.
Oh yeah, the nightmare walk.
We took
an Uber there.
We got to Uber there though.
And we got the Uber.
Bro, each one was so different. Let's be clear. Y'all forget we had, remember the Jersey Shore dude?
Yeah.
The Queens chick.
It's only us. It's not just King that's echoing. It's only everything coming from the mixer, which I don't know why.
Oh, do you got that one setting?
I know you got it on multi-track, but it's only
but it's like another way so where it won't pick up feedback. It's like in the settings. Yeah. Then we had the dude, the chick from Queens with the Escalade.
That was the first one, right?
No, I'm just saying in general. No, we're gonna get to the first one.
Yeah,
we're gonna get to Scott. But I'm just saying the differences started with Scott, but these were all different types of people, bro. But Scott was definitely by far the funniest.
Hey, bro, so mad when he saw the five of us.
Bro, he canceled us the third time.
I would say that I think that was the funniest thing of being in Jersey, New York, is realize people was like pulling up like five. Like New York probably didn't really care as much, but I feel like Jersey was really saying niggas, five niggas. Everybody had to adjust that third seat. Like,
yes.
Which is wild to me because New York, from New Jersey, in general, New York is a tourist city.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised that they didn't think like I'm gonna have to deal with groups.
I just don't think people travel with 5. Like I think it stops at maybe like 4.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like a parent and 2 kids. Or
But it was all a false advertisement.
Y'all put Excel, right?
Bro, the dude had a bed in his 3rd row, fam. He had a pillow and a glow ball. He had a glow ball, a plushy glow ball.
Yeah, the Uber driver
with 2 pillows and a foam mattress in the back. He wasn't ready to Uber. He was ready to kidnap. He was on something else because
you realize 5
he got so mad at Deuces for asking him to raise the seats. Like he looked back with the evil grin, like what?
Like
you need what?
Look, you need to raise the seats, fam. But no, yeah. Uber thing
I got my AirPod in, monitoring it.
Is it us?
Yeah.
Is this me? You?
It's anybody coming to me. You and coming to that big
Oh, we coming through
the roadcast.
Straight through StreamYard.
I'm coming through the mixer too.
Oh.
So do we need the big mixer? Everybody, if we got, is the big mixer even on? No.
It wasn't connected to StreamYard.
Oh, okay. And these mics are better. These mics are better than the other ones, right? The other ones be worse, you're saying, right? Hey man, this is a wild episode already. Hey, I appreciate the 76 of y'all that's rocking with us. Still trying to figure this out. But so while the people trying to fix the audio, I'm not even coming through. No. Yeah, you are. How do you? What are you looking at? I got everybody. Oh, so I'm coming through.
We just sound like we shit.
So right now, because of that, we in the void right now, y'all. So we really needed to put King somewhere else. So King should have really been on the couch a lot.
It's like to kind of keep us all away from each other.
I don't think that's the issue. I think
that's what happens when you try to be fancy.
Yo. Hey, that's better. Whatever you just did worked.
I muted the other channel on StreamYard.
What other channel?
Diz G. I muted.
That means it is that mic then.
It's my mic.
Then yeah.
Okay.
Oh, because now we sound straight and did say something.
It is that mic then. Because if that's what's
say something.
Yeah, I mean,
why is it that we've used these mics before? But you still sound like you're not plugged in. Oh, now you are.
That just added the auto music.
Somebody talking.
Huh?
Talking to can anybody? Can you hear?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're trying to be fancy. Say something, Bacardi.
Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me talking? Yes, you don't even hear me.
No.
It's super low.
Which you had him because that's what we're trying to fix at first.
Can I just have?
Go
ahead.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Yep. The minute I turn it up. Yep.
Yep.
That could just be that's a bad, really bad mic. You know, wear and tear. Like,
I don't know if it's the mic or.
Like, do we have any more of those, or just even try a different mic?
No, Doug got the other one, and then we got the other one. Those other conditions.
Can you hear me through this?
We'd have to basically put it between you.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's not the swing arm.
I mean,
wait, no, you sound good right there.
I'm good. As long as you can pick me.
Yo.
But I mean, I'm not talking.
This sounds better.
Yo.
Whatever y'all did, it sounds better.
Let's rock with it and then figure it out.
We definitely sound better right now.
It's gonna be a wild ride.
That's the best that we got right there.
Yeah, this is the best audio right now. All right.
Well, this mic is muted again, so.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's really just him coming out of my mic.
Yep.
All right.
Oh well, then yeah, let's.
That's cool. No, I just speak loud. I'll project a tad bit.
When we were sitting around the table, we were.
All right, now we finally got it together. All right, so let's start with the walk back from the dispensary.
Okay.
Right. Because the dispensary ride at that time, I don't think it was that crazy. That first one to the that Uber to the dispensary ride.
No, it was because that's when we went past that place called White Mana.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Like we went past a diner. That
I mean, it was also when we just realized how far to try. Like we own the freeway, so it's like everybody got to go all the way.
That was a
White Mana.
North Bergen, a wild place, man.
Wow. White Mana is the most
That's
unique way I've ever seen white power.
Because you gotta be kind of geeky to understand that. Because somebody gonna see like, what?
It literally caught me off guard because I ain't never seen Mana nowhere besides in like a Chinatown.
Yeah.
So then once I'm seeing it in a diner, and it's in front of an all white diner. That's what's throwing me off. And it's like White Mana been serving New York, New Jersey area since 1930. Bro, come on.
Oh, I didn't even see that part. I saw the name.
I took a picture of it. I had to take a picture.
Insane.
And so that's how you know it was racist.
Ultra racist, fam. Like this is definitely one of them places that had a whites only. Like, you know what I mean? Like they probably wouldn't have to be like, oh, you gotta take down your whites only and just put whites Mana. Like,
That's insane.
Whites Mana is wild, man. I mean, I definitely would. I'm like, it was like white. It's pretty much white magic. White magic.
Yeah, because when we looked it up, what it meant and everything like that.
Well, I mean, in video game terms, I think that's what we said. We kept saying like power.
Yeah,
like, with
but it's nature power. Like in certain,
it's still a play on words.
It's an insane thing to have for your diner.
It's a diner. What you serving?
Because even if let's say you were just going pure, we just white magic. It's like, hey, what that mean?
What that mean, bro?
What that mean?
What does that get me? Because I know what blue magic was.
Because white magic also, let's say it wasn't the racist connotation of it. Are you putting coke in this? You put coke in this. What else is white magic?
What's the
special?
What's the special sauce?
I don't know if I want Coke burgers, though.
We all saw Jersey Shore. We know how they get down.
Right. So then we decided not to Uber back because one, we was listen, them Uber rides was also taxing.
Well, I mean, we wanted to smoke.
But we wanted to smoke, we wanted to walk, so we end up walking. And when I say that this was the most dangerous walk to be walking in Jersey.
Question for all y'all. Did y'all see the two people following us for like 3 blocks?
Nah.
Yeah.
It was two people following us. Remember when we walked past? It was like the first gas station. It was 2 old people sitting outside.
You're talking about the people that was coming down that we. I saw that. I saw them stop because they was like, "Wait a minute, it's 4 niggas. I don't know what to do here."
But then they followed us.
5 niggas. They was like, "It's 5 niggas." Yeah.
Because I thought they were going to that gas station where that old man was sitting outside.
Yeah.
They kept going. They kept like walking behind us, like a little leisurely up until the cloud started rolling. When we got to Wendy's, I think that's when they stopped following.
Yeah. When we dipped into Wendy's, they turned around.
Now I'm gonna keep it a bean. Me and Didge was concerned because as we was walking, there was this impeding thunderstorm that we was seeing coming our way.
that storm rolled in so quick.
First of all,
bro.
Panic. That nigga half for a little motherfucking water.
No, it wasn't the water. It was the lightning. I visually was seeing the lightning strike.
It was the storm, and it was the fact that I was already. Because remember, I came in shorts. So I was in shorts and a t-shirt. So I'm like, I'm going to get sick.
It did get chilly.
Like it's going to rain.
And that's what it was.
I'm going to get sick.
That cold front hit like a motherfucker.
Yeah, remember that hawk was coming through.
I mean, I get it. I mean, and I was trying to be the sensei of the group. Like, bro, it's not that.
But
bad.
also, you was there and you had a nap, nigga. We was fresh off the plane.
That is true.
Nigga, no, you had food and a nap.
You definitely had food and a nap. You had nourishment and sustenance.
Niggas was fresh off the plane. And you like, we could just do it. I'm like, nigga, I am tired.
Bro,
I just got off the plane.
This is how I knew Bacardi was well rested because if you know Bacardi, right? Usually Bacardi is he's showing his vibe, showing his scenery on his Instagram stories. So Bacardi was here way earlier on. So I'm like, let me see what Bacardi get into. He probably already walking around. All I saw was one picture. It was his feet up, hotel, chilling, shoes off. I was like, all right, that's it.
I got straight to it. Nigga, I got straight to it. I didn't go to bed last night. I did like everybody who traveled. I packed that night. You know what I'm saying? I packed that night.
That shit had me cracking up.
I got that. I was like, all right, because I was definitely, like I said, the first person getting there. And like I said, we already was talking about the hotel in general. So I'm like, me being the first person getting there, I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, long as my room good, long as my room good.
Because the hotel, the pull up to the hotel had me concerned. I'm like, ooh.
I told you, I put that, I put it in that survey. Like, hey, I felt like I was lied to, fam. And that was when dude emailed me like, I'm sorry, we're gonna take this to heart. we're gonna make changes. It's like y'all can't make changes.
Y'all ain't gonna make no changes.
Y'all
can't stop the council.
There was too much activity happening.
Bro, way too much activity.
I definitely, I'm sorry that I definitely got there on time. And I got a nice nap in and a nice little nourishment. I'm like, oh, we finna go hiking.
Niggas was fresh off the plane, like, bro.
You could have put that in the group chat before we got on the plane. Like, look,
but no, here's the thing.
Bring your cleats.
If it would have just been a straight walk, I also would have been A-okay. Yeah. It took us in some like bro, it looked like if you play like Resident Evil and then like you just walk in and then you like, oh, I can't go this way. I gotta detour this way. Yeah. And now you in this little small maze that zombies can hop in.
That shit was like Uncharted.
Hey, that's because
it's rocks and shit everywhere. It's ledges.
That's because we walked at
dark
night.
areas with bushes and trees.
It was our first time in the city. It was nighttime. Because when we walked through the day,
against that curve.
Yeah, and we in Jersey. Like it looked like the hood part of Jersey.
It looked like the set of the first Batman. Or the second Batman. Remember the second Batman in Gotham? Where it was just wood, like rocks everywhere, so everything was in stone.
Y'all wow.
And then the storm came through, nigga. The bat signal would have came right through.
Y'all definitely made me feel like a kid because I was like, y'all gave me so much ruffle. And I'm just looking back like these niggas is so mad at me. Like, because we gotta walk.
That storm rolled in quick.
Well, again, I told you the difference between walking in Jersey and walking in New York was very, very significant.
Yeah, very different.
Jersey had
New York walking was fun.
Yeah, Jersey had like non-traditional roads. It was a lot of up and incline. It was
super
too much.
They clearly suggest against pedestrianism.
It was some inclines where if I was in a car, I'd be scared my brakes gonna get.
Bro, it was some incline that I was like, who was the developer that saw this hilly ass mounty area and was like, you know what? I'm building here and I ain't changing shit. I'm just building where it is. Because them streets was wild.
It's cost efficient.
Like the one alley that was a street, bro. It was an alley. It was a legit alley that they used as a street.
Because every Uber was taken through. I'm like, man, are we going through somebody's driveway? What are we doing right now, dog?
Cow pounds, bro. Gotta be.
It was wild.
So that was night one. All right. That was night one. We capped it off, like I said, at Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Had a really.
Girl was upset that we didn't show up on Thursday.
Yeah, she wanted to show up on Thursday.
Hey, listen, because we was live. And I feel like
we brought the energy.
We brought energy that they don't have out there, I guess. Because even like later when we Brooklyn, same thing. They like y'all the party. We like, bro, what are you talking about? Like we just doing what everybody do.
We just Milwaukee.
Like I think the place. I think it was a nice idea. Like it was a hookah junk restaurant, like the Spirits place.
Yeah, the place was fun.
Yeah, so I think that's what it was. We was bringing that energy. Like y'all
the food was decent too.
Like y'all ain't dancing in here.
Little expensive, but you know.
Definitely, that was definitely one of them. That was a date night. That was
definitely a date night spot.
Yeah,
but it's like once you start playing classics and you start singing the classics, like I felt like everybody do that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I just think that was a New York, New Jersey. We too cool.
We don't do that here.
I've been to Florida and Cali, bro, and you put on some Jodeci, nigga. Everybody's singing that shit.
Yeah,
them niggas was like,
nah,
cool, baby.
Nah.
Whoa.
So next morning, that's our first Times Square moment.
Yeah, that was our tourist time.
That was our tourist time, and we was truly 100% tourists. Like I said, we went out there, we walked around, we got on the bus. The tour bus. So I want to get from everybody first, like before we get into the details of it. How was Times Square for this? Was everybody's first time in Times Square. I want to start with you, Trip. How was your Times Square experience?
It was crazy, man. Like the first thing I thought of was like all the warnings that people was giving me when they found out I was going to New York. Man, watch out for the pickpocketers and all these old timey ass villains and shit. You know, I'm like, I'm about to get a 3-car Monty scam going on and shit. But no, it was dope. Like the vibe, everybody out there, we got caught in the TikTok. You know,
oh yeah,
it was in the background of somebody's TikTok.
We was right behind him. I actually want to try to find that
fam who was dancing,
that was flipping around and shit like that.
We was on the stairs. We was definitely in the background. Yeah, we was definitely in the background.
Because I got pictures of them flipping and shit on the sidewalk.
I gotta find out the results.
Just seeing the activity and then people out there cosplaying. It was a couple Spider-Mans out there. We saw Mario and
remember Elsa walked up to me like, hey.
Which is wild to me as a street performer, especially in Disney, seeing 5 grown ass men saying, "Hey, you guys want some pictures with Elsa?" Like, come on, G. Like, I feel like you should know your crowd. Like, you can give us But the spec, like that.
I mean, some people think that all this is part of the aesthetic, though.
Right.
No,
I
that was an
think that
aesthetic
was
we
a
did not
tourist
need.
thing. Like,
Yeah,
they know
absolutely.
people from everywhere all over the world coming, so you gonna get somebody.
Especially if you got something to sell.
Yeah.
But it was just the vibrantness of Times Square that stood out to me.
All right, King. What about you, man?
I think for me, bro, it was kind of it was crazy because of like the billboards, the size.
Yeah.
But then you come down to like where the people are, and it's really just Disney World. You know what I mean? Like attractions, stores, photo ops. Like I understand it though, because the views are amazing.
Amazing.
You know what I mean? Like from any angle, no matter where you stood, selfies, taking a picture of somebody, a video, whatever it is, like it was amazing.
Bro,
So I get it.
Times Square. Here's what I realized, because we go to events just all over the place, and I feel like whatever the energy is in Times Square, it makes you want to take photos.
Yeah,
and definitely. I think it is the views, because like, bro, look, think about all the photos. Like we legit was just like, I found the spot. Like I'm sitting there telling, I'm in the Bacardi. I'm like, yo, I gotta go check this spot out. And for me, it was like really overwhelming, because like, I mean, and this is like, I told everybody this like individually, but like I've been really diving into my personality and who I am as a person. And like I said, I am an extrovert to every extent. Like if there's an apex extrovert, this shit deuces is that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and I realized that like the things that truly fuel me or like, bring my battery to full is being amongst happening things, being amongst people, being high energy. So being there, like, bro, like I'm talking about, I was gleeful as a motherfucker the whole time that we was down there. Like, bro, like, that's the only word I can use to explain it, bro. Because like, I mean, I went with him in the whole figure. I was so happy. Like most of the time, when we was down, if every night would have been just us walking through Manhattan, that would have been enough to fill my bucket. Do Times Square. That would have filled my bucket. No, personally, I'm talking about personally for me. That would have filled my bucket. I'm not even gonna hold you. Anytime that we left, I was like that. I literally was not ready to leave. I was having so much fun just walking down there and being there. I'm not even gonna hold you.
I felt that way in Harlem.
When we went to Harlem, I didn't.
Harlem and Brooklyn.
Because I want to get just the Bacardi's experience too.
Times Square too.
Yeah,
I understand what you're saying, because like I like capturing the moment.
Yeah,
especially like anything beautiful. But what was crazy was so many things was happening around us. Like that was the character, and I get what you're saying. Like you enjoy seeing that energy, being in that energy. I actually was like, I see why people shoot movies here or have photo shoots here or whatever, because it was like so comforting being in a space where everybody got a camera out, everybody's doing something, and you can literally just capture. Y'all could be talking about anything. I could just be capturing anything, and it was like dope.
I ain't gonna hold you. If we was not on a budget, them street photographers would have had me a couple of times. Because nigga, when they was taking those photos and showing it to me, I'm like,
bro,
hey, them motherfuckers clean. And if we wasn't on a budget out there, I definitely would have copped a bunch of them motherfuckers. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Because I ain't never been in the 360 one. I've been with, no, bro. Every time I go to an event that supposedly happens, something goes wrong where it's like, the 360 machine down. And so I have never got my 360 booth moment.
You got 360 booth bad juju.
The traction you can't use. That's the torment.
You know it is.
That is so tragic.
Oh my god!
Like somebody just a villain follows him and breaks it every
time. Like this nigga thought
I know that's his dream.
Man, bro. So for me, like I said, like every moment that we was down there, it was great for me. Did you?
Times Square was great. It was everything that people kind of said it was. Like niggas was out there hustling, niggas was out there scamming. Both of those was out there for sure. Yeah. But just the energy and the vibe of the place overall was really cool to see. To see how big some of those ads were, and like even though jumping ahead, like to see it at night where it was so bright within Times Square that it just felt like the daytime still.
I couldn't wait till night hit.
It was insane to see. Yeah. It was one of my favorite spots we hit. It wasn't my favorite spot that we hit though.
Okay,
that was Central Park.
All right,
Central Park.
I mean,
shit, it was as an adult nigga, it was busy down there.
Busy as
like
shit.
Busy as like I feel like, and that's what I said for me. Like I feel like we did enough Times Square that it's like I don't need to ever have to go to Times Square again. Like, you know I feel like unless I'm going to like a show or something actually like going on there. Walking around it is like
I give you that, like, but I think it's like because it's so central, obviously. That you kind of have to get to everywhere else.
But like I feel like I definitely feel like it was everything. Like Times Square was everything I thought it would be. From when you see other people videos, when you see other people pictures, and so I feel like when we like finally landed, and even when we finally got out of the port, and just kind of it was already like, bro, it's huge.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and all the people, all the noise. Like I said, like we all say, like everybody told me the same thing. Like, bro, it's gonna stank there. You're gonna see these giant rats.
Yeah,
so, like,
I didn't see a lot of giant rats.
I definitely heard a lot of rats.
I did see. I saw giant rats.
Plenty rats.
I ain't see that.
You know what? No, here's
absolutely.
So this is what I realized. I didn't see the giant rats at first, right? But that's because this was me the whole time. But then when I thought about it, I said, dog, I ain't seen no rats. So I was like, you know what? Let me look down. When I started looking down, I saw the rat. So you probably wasn't even looking for it.
Yeah,
it's one of those things.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, because literally we walked past so many rat holes, little burrow holes.
Yeah.
And I was pointing them out to them, and y'all was just walking. I'm like, see, nobody. They tell people don't park right here because then the rats will get in your car.
No, it was plenty. It was plenty. I forgot. It was one, especially like when we was walking with Reggie the one day.
Yeah.
Somebody had said something like, "Oh, yeah, I ain't seen no rats." It was like the rat was kind of like, "Oh, I'll show you, nigga."
We here, nigga.
I heard somebody say it, then I saw it scurry right across. Like,
I had my blinders on
here.
I
do not like rats, so I was keeping my eye out. I ain't seen not a single.
That's what bothered me the most. The fucking pigeons, bro.
Oh, the pigeons are
groups of 20. And then they just do a lap around you.
Well, I didn't really see. So the pigeons, I didn't really experience them until we hit Central Park.
Because the bus stop.
No, I get the bus stop. Oh yeah, you're right. It's the bus stop. You're right. It was the bus stop. I forgot about that. I forgot about that because we did get on the big tour bus, which y'all was jacking because y'all kept on playing this one clip saying that y'all the biggest tour bus in the city. And what was the other one called?
Big Bus.
Big Bus.
It was Big Bus, and then
what was the one we was on?
Top View.
We was on Top View. Top View, y'all was jacking because Big Bus definitely had y'all number. If anybody from Top View watching, y'all gotta change that audio.
Do better.
Is that one of?
No, that motherfucker's VR.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the first one. The first one.
I feel like what it was is, you know, for those who do music, or I feel like it was a punch in. I feel like they had the original recording, and because remember we didn't hear it till later on. We was like, wait, that audio sounded a little bit different.
So we went inside when it got colder. We was down underneath.
So they was like, oh, we're gonna have to change. We're gonna do a punch in. But what I did I like about the tour bus is because like it was like there was no way we was going to be able to walk and see all of that.
No.
I mean, that's what
there was no way.
Not in a single day.
Even in a car, we would have needed someone that knew the place very well because it was giving so much information that was worth it. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I always said I was never gonna do them buses like that. Maybe to hop on and hop off. Like that's what I thought we were doing. But when we put the earbud in and they started really giving us the spiel about all the history, I was like,
and quiet as kept. It wasn't like PC. They was talking about the mobsters, niggas getting assassinated. Somebody got shot at this. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
And they mentioned the black city, and so there was Central Park,
which is hilarious.
They stopped right when it's like, what happened to it? It was like it used to be a thriving black community.
King was like, this is fucked up. This whole thing was a black. And then so when they was talking about, I was like, oh shit, they about to say it. And then they was like, yep. They was like, it was populated with the most black people in New York City. And then they just stopped.
Just shifted to another topic.
They didn't want to finish the story.
Definitely American history.
I mean, I feel like if you're gonna be a tourist in New York, like those are the things you really like because it is that busy. Like I said, when you think about the traffic, the walking around, and like I said, I still loved it. Like I feel like Times Square is a great advertising place. It's a great place, and I think that's really what it's made for. Like Times Square having so much going on, having all those big advertisements. If you want to go out there to get your picture taken out there, because it really just kind of documents that you've been in New York. Like you can be everywhere else, Brooklyn and all of them, but nigga ain't know you've been in New York unless you got a picture of Times Square.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that and
Central Park too, though.
Central Park for sure, but it was a great first day thing to do because it, like you said, it just gave you kind of an overlook of everything. You like, all right, now I know where I want to hit.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I know I got a general vicinity idea of where all of this stuff is. Now it's like, okay, I want to take the train to that one. So I know now I'm gonna focus in this area.
Yeah.
Like that's what I liked about it. I know a lot of people who we ran into, they were like, oh, y'all did the touristy shit. And it's like,
yeah,
we was tourists.
I mean, you definitely tourists.
So I listen to a lot of New York podcasts, and they talk about that all the time. Like even Reggie and even Frankie said it. They was like, there's a lot of stuff that living here I just never did.
Right.
There's so many New Yorkers who've never been to the Statue of Liberty. There's so many New Yorkers who like who just never really walked through Central Park. It's just, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I don't know. Think about the stuff in Milwaukee that people might come through. Like,
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? I've never been to
Central Park.
I've never been. I've never been to Harlem.
That's a really big thing.
The Harlem Museum.
I've never been to the Harlem Museum. Here.
Yeah, see, if you don't do it, you're not gonna
so it's like one of those things that like.
I met somebody that never been to Brady Fest.
Yeah, because
like,
I know, like, I don't know. Did I tell you? I know I told King, but Reggie was cracking up at y'all taking photos of that fire hydrant.
Hey, because I told him, hey, when I saw it, I'm like, yeah, we in the hood.
I laughed with him too.
I was up there with Reggie, and then he turned around. He's like, "Where they at?" I was like, "They down." He's like, "They taking it."
That's every New York thing, like every New York movie. Tell me that ain't that's what you remember.
I
That's
definitely
fire hydrant.
when I describe niggas Harlem, my time in Harlem, like bro, they had the fire hydrant.
Yeah, it was a hot day, bro.
It was a hot day.
It was a hot day.
It was the hottest day we was there. Niggas was outside. It was music in the windows.
Yeah.
Fire hydrant was going. Crowds that they got the house at home.
Nigga, that's probably the most comfortable I've felt the entire time.
Niggas was hooping. The kids was out playing. Motherfuckers was selling fruit and all that shit. They sundressed, and the fire hydrant was going. We was in Harlem, bro. It's like it was a movie.
Like, what you about to say?
I think that's why I was laughing at Reggie. Like what you said, I felt like I was like, nigga, we seen fire hydrant popped in Milwaukee. I didn't understand it.
That what you about to say?
No, it's just because seeing the fire hydrant pop, that's like we in the hood. Like that's what I want to experience.
Yeah.
I want to be in the hood. Like we did the touristy thing. We was a part of the city. We did all that. No, but I want to see the culture.
What y'all didn't see. The way that sun hit that fucking hydrant,
bro,
it was amazing.
I saw the pictures.
It was
That's what I saw the pictures. I saw the pictures.
It would literally open any Spike Lee joint coming future. Like it open
the way the sun hit Harlem. Period.
Yeah. So before we get to Harlem, because I do want to talk about Central Park, because my reference point, especially while we was on the tour, was Spider-Man. I kept on referencing Spider-Man the whole everywhere. I was like, I definitely swung through there. I definitely saved somebody there. I fought somebody there. And it was crazy because it was like, bro, we knew so much about New York literally because of movies, TV shows, and video games. Like it was just crazy to be there. Yeah. But we seen a lot of this stuff. Yeah. And it was like, dog, this is crazy how accurate they got it.
But and they realize still how big like New York and everything is. Like I said, once we did the Central Park tour alone, like first of all, when we were in Central Park,
we walked a good chunk through it. At least we thought.
No, we thought we did.
Hey, y'all niggas was questioning me and shit. Like we should be still in Central Park.
I feel like we was in Central Park for all of maybe like 45 minutes.
Yeah,
and we only got like 5%.
We maybe did like a mile
past the horses and carriages and stuff. Like we did a decent dip in, but then we came back out.
Yeah, we didn't go into the middle of Central Park.
I feel like if a nigga would hit the pause button and see what you're doing, it would be like 5%. Like
5% discovered, 5% discovered.
That's still dark as a bitch.
Oh yeah,
pretty great.
We were still in the area that's first lit. We didn't expand nothing.
We
didn't unlock nothing.
There was, as we was going through that tour, and they was
we passed it. We passed the entrance of it, but
it was so much stuff that was. I'm like, no, we saw nothing.
We didn't see none of that shit.
It was his own day.
Yeah,
parking lawn is his own day. So I feel like that's what was crazy about New York too, like stuff like that. Like,
before we got there, y'all was concerned because of my food truck choices.
I mean,
your food truck
about a little bit about the food and shit.
Your food truck had a
that was before Central Park. Remember,
that was the loop. We did the loop. Remember? Because we had walked in and then we had came back out.
Oh, we came back. Yeah, I came back. You're right. You're right. You're right. We came back.
You was like, I'm gonna walk past 12 food carts with an A rating. To go to the one food cart with a C rating,
which was the best street food outside of what we got at.
It was the extra seasoning.
It was the best food that I believe there.
It was the extra special sauce.
It definitely had some seasoning.
It just could have, like, even when I thought more about it, it's like, bro, how do you get a C in a cart?
In a cart.
Like,
I feel like it's
very easy to clean that up.
It's
like
just
you
a cart
with a mini brush.
Yeah.
Like, Like, bro, that's like, bro, a C in a cart is bananas.
Like it's not even that big.
Like a C in the cart is like a nigga coming to you like, bro, we talked about this. like
he must have hit the right nigga hand though. He must didn't like bribe the right person.
Like fuck, like
he bribed the right person the wrong amount. I didn't feel like bro was in danger until we saw the C. And then we looked around and everybody else had an A.
With that hand, with that C right that back, boy. Like,
I was proud of that C too.
I thought he was canceling his trip early with that.
I don't know why.
I'm gonna be extremely honest with you because we don't know New York food like that. So we don't know that C is a different C from Wisconsin and New York, bro.
It was probably an upgrade. He probably had an F before.
Like
he was proud of the bitch.
He could be working up.
He might be his first weekend in the C right.
I was proud of the bitch of that C.
That might be like,
I was a C average student. I gotta show love, man. I was a C average student.
No, man, I couldn't. I saw that on
heinous.
Man,
nasty one.
Yeah, but I'm have to say, I'm sorry I didn't find a good slice of pizza in New York.
Hey, every place that said the best slice was kind of trash. I ain't gonna
lie.
Like
I ain't gonna hold y'all. The focaccia dough pizza.
Focaccia dough. Where did you get that from?
That was the one that you didn't like.
The pizza that ain't pizza.
I fucked with
you. You talking about the square one?
Bro, I gave that one away.
That was the worst pizza.
That's how I gave it away.
That was the best pizza I had there.
You talking about the other slice?
I didn't get a pepperoni slice. I got a caprese slice. I ain't gonna hold you. Mine was delicious.
I mean, the caprese slice ain't nothing but fucking toast. That's just toast with that's the whole like, bro.
But that was the best pizza I had there because that what was it?
Like it is a pizza.
Ray's.
When it comes to that kind of bread,
that shit was nothing but ends.
We had not Ray's pizza. We had another best pizza in the world.
We went to two different Rays because I noticed on my when I was checking like, all right, how much did what was my damage here?
Yeah.
I thought we went to two different spots. Both of them was Rays.
Yeah,
it was just two different areas.
Yeah, it was just two different areas.
Two different areas. Yeah. So, but
yeah, the hot dog was like y'all. What's the name of the brand that they had?
The Nathan's.
I didn't try the
Nathan's, but we realized we didn't get. Like we didn't get a New York.
I should have went to a C card.
Oh wait, no, they were selling Nathan's.
We went to a Nathan's cart one day.
My thing was
it was just a regular ass hot dog.
Yeah.
But
you gotta go to the Nathan's.
But when we was walking past them, we saw something that was like New York hot dog. And Bacardi was like, "That's what I had wanted."
Yeah,
and
they had
all the fixes.
But it was from one of them. It was from one of the cart carts.
Yeah. The Nathan's had a New York hot dog. I thought at one of their carts, but I also don't like sauerkraut.
Yeah, bro, sauerkraut, brown mustard.
Hey, that's the New York experience.
I like sauerkraut. Bro, you don't put sauerkraut in.
I like sauerkraut in general.
And they talked it so high. I tried to give it to Deuce. Deuce just looked at me like, I don't want this. Like, no. I was like, damn. I'm so cheap. I had to eat it.
Oh yeah, we was on a budget. Hey, listen, we was on that budget.
Nutrients and all that walking, the miles.
Bro,
but
there's two pictures that I have in my phone after the Harlem trip, where it's just me and King looking exhausted as fuck.
All right, well, before we get to Harlem, because I do want to talk about that first night.
Well, I mean, we gotta talk a lot before we get to Harlem.
Yeah,
because Harlem was the day of Sway.
Oh, yeah. So what did we do second day?
Second day was the boat trip, or not the bus trip, and then that night, I don't think we went out that night.
No,
I thought. Wait, we got there. Wait, we got there. What on a
Tuesday?
We didn't go out that.
Yeah, I mean Wednesday we didn't go out.
We didn't go
no,
out
because we wanted to be.
We got
rested.
home late.
Yeah,
we didn't go out. We got home late.
And then Thursday.
Yeah, we had liquor and all that. We drank. We had.
Back from.
Oh, we was going to go out, but then we decided because Thursday was Sway. We was like, we're going. So
because we did the tour. We did the tour bus all day.
Yeah, but no, I wanted to talk about the night because, like I said, we talked about it a little bit. But like for me, I was anticipating the night lights so much, right?
Okay, yeah.
And so when we finally was able to actually get out, and we got to see it was like I think we didn't take a train at that point.
No, train was all.
Train was ready.
Mm-hmm. It was all ready.
Like I said, Tuesday was was nothing really spectacular other than the fact that when we got back to the hotel, we were just kind of talking and just.
What did we do after the tour?
After the tour, we went to the liquor store.
Because we caught the bus.
Oh, we just caught the bus.
We caught the bus back.
Okay, so yeah, we didn't experience the night lights. That was
that was pretty much that was Brooklyn.
That was
and we found that shady ass dispensary right outside the Port Authority.
Yeah.
That was Wednesday too.
Oh yeah, that they really seemed like it was just niggas selling drugs.
It was niggas selling drugs. Because there's been no tax on.
But
nothing.
I mean, that was next to where we had dinner at. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it was. We didn't. We went to.
So yeah. Like I said, so Wednesday, I think Wednesday was all our tourist day anyway. So
Wednesday was pure tourist. Then Thursday morning, we took the Uber in directly to
Sway.
Yeah.
So I will say that because I think in anticipation of Sway, that Tuesday or Wednesday actually was when we figured out we were going to be as serious.
Yeah.
Because we didn't. So even in I guess I do want to kind of talk about because I think because one thing that I didn't say yet about our trip was like me using the word razzle dazzle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bacardi's coin razzle dazzle. Yeah, the razzle dazzle of the trip was like I said because we all, as we talked about at the beginning of the trip, we all kind of had our own idea of what the trip was going to be and what we doing. So we really still, when we got there from Tuesday and Wednesday, we didn't know where we was going to see Sway at. We didn't know, we still knew we was going to meet him, but we thought we was going to be booking our own studio on Friday, be recording people. We had a whole different game plan of what we were going to do when we got down there.
There was a lot more work that was going to
be. Yeah.
It was going to be a lot more work.
So Wednesday
spread across 2 days.
So I think that's what Wednesday that's why we didn't go, because Wednesday kind of changed where we realized like, all right, we got this Sway at 10:30.
Remember, y'all played the trick on me. Because y'all, we was like, oh, we going to step out back and have a drink. And then we got out there, he was like, and we're going to catch a train to another borough.
Oh, yeah. That's why we couldn't go nowhere because this nigga.
That's why we didn't go nowhere. Like, y'all meant that shit? I'm like, bro, it's already 12:30. Like,
that's why we
gotta wake up early. Y'all was ambitious.
King saved us.
Yeah,
we really wasn't to get some case of shit before Sway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The nigga said that shit like it was for real. I'm like, bro, hold on.
The nigga, I took a piece of it.
I just already ate an edible. What are we doing here? I thought we was just chilling. Niggas like, and we ordered food. That's what it was, y'all.
Yeah.
That was the day.
Everybody.
I got my New Jersey Burger King.
I had that fucking
New Jersey Burger King as well.
I gotta eat Burger King everywhere I go.
That's a crazy thing.
Quick story. I grew up. Moms used to always go do business in Brookfield, and Brookfield had Burger King right there on the main strip. Right. Mm-hmm. This is one of the only places besides on Capitol. Now, I never got it because it cost so much. You know what I'm saying? You get a McDonald's only. Happy Meals. That's it. I hate Happy Meals. I hate burgers from McDonald's, period now. But I love Burger King. I know people hate Burger King. I love it. I pride myself everywhere I go. Every place I've been, I've had.
Hey, quiet as kept. King has anytime that we are like undecided on food, now that I think about it, King always on the shit. I just go to the Burger King. He does throw that out every time.
If the airport got it, I go get the Burger King at the airport. If like Miami Airport, on the way, there's a Burger King. It's like 15 blocks away. I know this because I've been like 5 times.
But you just gotta get some Burger King.
So it's crazy how everybody has like their little thing that they do, they little razzle down.
It's a thing, bro. Because like I don't know. Some people do that with like chicken, or like pizza. They want to make sure who got the best. For me, I always felt Burger King is a top burger if you get it from a place that really give a fuck.
Yeah.
So I try it everywhere I go.
I agree with you though. Like Burger King to me, even like during our childhood years, like Burger King and McDonald's. Burger King was like the fancier. Like they had to see the buns. I'm like, nigga, I wanted a Whopper. I want the Whopper. So it's like I definitely get that. I get that.
Right. So I wanted like you said, shout out to Reggie because like I said, we was really leaning in on Reggie to kind of see because we was prepared to try to make our own moves and figure it out. But Reggie came in with the clutch with a full itinerary and everything. Told us, like, you know what I'm saying?
So we didn't know that too. Yeah, that's what we left out. Like during our tourist day, we were talking to Reggie.
We were going to get to that detail of that.
No, it don't matter,
super public, but all right.
But I'm like, no, I'm just saying, like when we were,
I like to keep to the vest.
But I'm like, because that's what it was. Like we didn't know what the week was, but during our tourist day, we were kind of getting all our information back. That's how we kind of figured out we had to be at Sway. So
yeah, and then I want to know, like, okay, so. For me, waking up that morning, like I said, us choosing not to go out, I was very rejuvenated. I was ready. So in that morning, it was just like, I'm like, all right, I don't know how this day's gonna go. Because remember, even at that point, we still didn't know that we was gonna be on Sway in the morning.
Right, yeah. We just knew we was gonna
the plan was for those in the who know the Black Geek documentary and then the Patreon, we was going to just sit down with Sway and kind of like just have a conversation for the doc, meeting, do the interview for the doc and everything like that, right? So Reggie hit us up, was like, yo, we meeting at Sirius, right? So I'm like, all right, bet this is gonna be fire. And you know what I'm saying? So we decide we taking the Uber straight there. We don't want to chance it. We don't want to have to worry about walking. We taking that Uber straight there. when we pull up to the building, I don't know. Like for me, I'm just looking at how we are. We all full black geeked out. We hopping out. We getting ready. We stop at the little table to get all our stuff together. And I was just looking. I'm like, damn, yo, we look like a rap squad right now, dude. Like we about to get this shit together, right? And you know, like I said, Sirius, this is Sirius Satellite. So there's a whole protocol that we got to go through and everything. We provided our names and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, for me, this is always the highest level of anxiety I got. Anytime that we go anywhere as a collective, my highest level of anxiety is the check-in. Because I always envision
in that moment.
You gave all the information the night before.
I know, but y'all see me at check-in at conventions. Y'all know how it is.
Convention check-in is different.
Right. So it's always that's always in my mind. Like, bro, if we get there and then they pull some fuck shit or somebody says like, oh no, y'all not on here. I know y'all ain't gonna judge like blame it on me, but that's the point in my head. I'm like, damn, and I done brought these niggas out here with me. Shit ain't going the way it's supposed to be going. Like I'm always thinking that.
I'm gonna tell you, my only thought during that time was we got out. I was like, damn, I should have peed before we left.
I thought that too. I was like, I don't know when it's going. When we gonna see a restroom? This motherfucker.
That tells you how calm I was about everything. I'm like, everything was gonna work. All of that, like I'm gonna go and show all this. I'm like, damn, I gotta pee.
And you know what's funny too? Like it felt it serious. They building. It gave me mad Avengers type vibe.
Oh yeah,
it was a wide ass open lobby.
Yeah,
2 people there, and then the security checkpoint. I was like,
well, yeah, because obviously they got other stuff.
I know, but
so
it's just the way it looked. I was just like, no.
Yeah, I think from sitting outside of it, like I said, like getting us all ready.
Yeah.
But then you actually went through the doors and you just like, that's one of these. Like it could have been a skit in its own sense, like just that quiet, like 5 niggas walking in, like who y'all? Like it was just like it was such a really like whoa, okay.
Yeah, and so we go there, give them our name. They give us those. They give us the passes.
Too. That's what makes it crazy.
That was we forgot to talk
niggas
about.
Out here with chains on, glasses on. This nigga got Tim's.
My third day in, I became a real New Yorker. Apparently, I was an OG.
He was an OG by day 3.
You know what I'm saying? OG New Yorker.
They figured everybody was feeling. That was also the day I moved fam on the subway.
Oh yeah. I had the Tim's on. I had the overalls on, nigga. I had my DMX was living through me that day, nigga. I was living through DMX that day.
Like
nigga.
you said, this bright lobby.
Yeah.
Niggas in all black. Here this.
I mean, we stood the fuck out.
Locks everywhere.
Yeah, we stood out. We definitely stood out.
Who are these rap niggas?
And when we got the passes, that's when it really clicked for me. Like, oh shit, this shit is real. They had our full names. Yeah. Sirius Satellite Shade 45. Yes. And I said, yo, this shit is cold.
And that's what I said. Even in that time though, and I looked at the card over and over. Like during that time, I didn't even see Sway in the morning.
Oh, I saw it, but I'm like, okay. We're going up there to meet with Sway. Clearly, it's gonna have Sway in the morning.
Yeah, like we're
because it's like we're gonna show up. We're gonna show up afterwards, whatever. Like even though obviously we're just saying no, go kick it during it. I'm like, okay, we're going to be watching from the outside looking in. So of course they're gonna have us looking at this show. So like I didn't even think anything of it at that point.
Yeah. And then one of the moments like so this is I think. Me and King probably was the most observant in this moment. So we go to the hotel and go past the security checkpoint and we get into the elevator. And shout out to Leroyce Hawkins, man. You know what I'm saying? Actor from Chicago and everything. And him and his team also is getting on the elevator.
Yeah.
So we in the elevator, we chilling. I'm in the back. I think King is like beside you.
I'm right next to you.
Yep. And so we just chilling and everything. We going up and we have to go up to, was it the 16th floor?
26.
36 floor. So it was a lot
higher than that.
They
got 35, 36.
Yeah. It was
I think and 37.
Yeah.
Because I thought somebody said tri-level.
The white.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had all 3 levels.
Before us. I think that's what he told me. 35.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, but he said we had all 3 levels.
Yeah. I think heard somebody say we have 3 levels.
But so it was a long elevator ride, and as we there, I'm seeing him, and he's kind of peeping the scene. He's looking. I see him reading everything, looking at everything, and then probably when we get probably to that 24th floor, he's like, "Shit, I'm glad the Black Geeks is here."
That's why I remember.
And I was like, "Yo, that's how I was like, I fuck with that because
he was showing so much love.
Yeah,
he was literally like, "Hey, y'all good? Everything good, man. Good to see y'all up here with us."
Yeah,
like, it felt weird because you could almost feel like he thought we were somebody, and we looking at him like,
I know,
like we know you somebody.
Yeah, I'm like, because I'm like, I thought he was a boxer.
I
I thought he was like a boxer or a UFC fighter or something. I'm looking at him like, bro,
that nigga tall.
He looks he looks like somebody. You know what I'm saying? He looking at us like, nah, nigga, y'all niggas look like somebody. You know what I'm saying? So like, that was a really dope experience in regards to that. And then even when we walked in, the people at Sirius was so fucking welcoming. So like their energy was just like, because here's the thing, like I look at us, and this is maybe just the mindset. As much as I think that we doing our thing, there's still a level of humbleness that I'm like, oh shit, we should still niggas from Milwaukee, right? That's how sometimes I view it. So I'm thinking like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not that we gonna get little bro, but I'm like, you know, they're not gonna treat us like they're gonna treat Winston Duke or like other. And I felt like they was like, no, like y'all here, y'all guests here, they treated us with the utmost respect, gave us mad love and everything.
I had those feelings. I had
refreshments and shit.
This is what you're supposed to.
This is what I'm supposed to be
here.
here.
Like,
I'm supposed to be here.
You know, somebody not being up here for no reason. Like somebody ain't just wandering to this floor. So the fact that we was here, we got to check in. You knew I'm here. You know I'm here for somebody.
I got the card.
Yeah,
I got the paper. I got the pass. Put it in your face. This is what I'm supposed to be, right?
Yeah, like
multi-pass. Multi-pass, nigga.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like for me, like I said, even personally, like as the experience, because like I said, we've already been. When we on our documentary run, like when it comes to conventions, we already have our Black Geek Day when we go out. So for me personally, even from getting out the car. Like
that's what we do. We always do that.
My view to see like, cuz this is our cosplay again. Like, wow, but we now we just own. So it's like even here, like dude on the elevator and just seeing how people really like. I'm like, that's the feeling always. Like, bro, we all in all black.
Yeah,
and just step out somewhere.
Yeah,
and just be like, because you're gonna have to say like, all right, the Black Geek, like you see it.
It was the moment I felt like, all right, I've arrived. Now you may not know who I was for, but
you know who I am now.
You gonna know who I am now.
You don't know who I am now.
Yeah. And so even that moment, because then like I said, so we sitting there, we check in, got to do the whole face scan and everything like that. Like I said, it felt really, really dope. And then as we sitting there, like I said, of course, niggas have to use the bathroom. The first thing I see is a sticker wall.
Yeah, I got content of that.
So I had to, of course, you know, I had the labels. Hey, one, also New York. Hey, I littered the shit out of y'all walls, and
nasty.
I was putting
that
Black
Geek.
Me and Doug at one point.
Don't put me on that.
We were just going. We was just hitting the street.
I was hitting shit out the
we was
motherfuckers.
in everywhere. No, we put the motherfucking Black Geek things everywhere, bro.
Man.
So like, you know what I'm saying? But so I hit them sticker walls up, and again, at this point, we still don't know that we're going to be on Sway in the morning.
So so that's what I'm saying. So how did y'all actually really feel? That's why I said I already told you I got the video, that little clip of it. Yeah, because it's building up to it. But how did y'all really feel? Because we took our little picture in front of the Sirius wall, but like, how did y'all really feel when we were, especially like after all ID checking, like somebody with y'all, like when you like now we checked in, so like all right,
now we in,
like we here, like you know what I'm saying, like what was going through y'all head like during that moment?
In my opinion, okay, for me, I was just hoping y'all would chill. I like capturing y'all on film. I get a chance to be seeing y'all funny side, and y'all get really excited and like joy. Like you could, like it's a visual.
You can
joy.
see the black boy joy.
Oh, yeah, you could definitely see it. So it was like, all right, niggas, long as niggas don't like knock a camera over or like do some wild shit because they just excited. And I gotta say, bro, that shit was dope. Like. Because it was such a surprise. Because, like I said, my brain was like, we just in here chilling. Like when bro said, y'all three go over there, y'all two go behind the booth. I'm thinking, man, me and Deuce are just gonna be over here playing around, like in the background. Just paying attention, soaking in the knowledge of what they're doing and what they got going on. Like, because I felt like that too, like seeing their setup as opposed to like a different setup or like the independent setups that we put on.
Yeah.
It was like encouraging because I was like, oh, I know exactly what the fuck they did over here. Or Ty with the cameras. I knew exactly what the fuck he was doing. And it was like Sway, he would lean over and say something like, y'all see what's going on. Like that was dope because it was like, oh, this is supposed to be a learning process. Or, a learning moment for us. Cool. But then when he like, hey, Geekset, y'all in the building, huh?
Right, yeah.
I was like, whoa.
You jumped ahead. You jumped ahead.
I think, but even to capture off like what he was saying, immediately when we first got there, like when they came back and got us, that's when that originally told us, head in. And then when they first stopped us, he was like, "Oh, we're not ready for y'all." I'm like, "Okay, so we're not supposed to be chilling here, whatever." The same thing. But I was already geeked, like you could see all of the other shows. So I'm like,
just a walkthrough.
I'm like, I can look at these setups and stuff, whatever. And then when they came back, so he pulls up and he's like, "All right, y'all ready? Everybody get the love.
The love from Sway.
It's like, hey, let's
the
head
love
on
from
in.
everybody.
But
the love from Sway.
Like, I remember walking, like, I was still coming, like, y'all was already, I think, around, and I was, like, coming in, like, last.
Yeah.
So just to see Sway already, like, my nigga, here, my nigga. Like, I'm like, bro.
What the fuck?
Like, yeah, I'm like, so that's Sway?
But Ryan he kind of was different because remember he kind of came in like super chill. Like,
who?
Oh yeah, the dude who took us back.
Yeah.
So when he walked us back, he was kind of like, I thought he wasn't even on the show, on the show at all. Because he was like, "Oh, Geekset, all right, when y'all all ready, we'll just walk back." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Well, so this is. I've had the luxury to be around celebrities when they're in their work, right, and like in their moment. You know what I'm saying? Just even with music, right, and so. There's a dynamic that normally happens, right? Like, of course, the celebrity is the celebrity, so that's the person that normally gets like all the attention, right? And depending on how that goes, most of the time you're talking with the handler. Now, the celebrity might come through, dap up, but they got things that they got to do, so you're really generally talking with the handler. So I'm expecting that to be the experience.
Right.
So when Sway came in, and it was more so like Sway was still directing and saying everything, "Yo, what up, yo, y'all doing it?" Like, and I was just like, oh shit! It at that point, I felt not like we were a guest, but we was truly a part of the team. I felt like Sway looked at it like, oh, my team is here. Let me make sure they good. And it wasn't like, hey, all right, handler, make sure they get together. Which is I'm okay with that as well.
I mean,
but it feels different when the person that's in charge acknowledges you and tells you come on.
I mean, Sway a hugger, bro. Like with Sway, like I said, when he saw in the hallway, nigga, he's like, "Y'all ain't hugging." I'm like, "Nigga, come on, boy, get up in here."
Man, because it was my first time meeting Sway. Yeah, it's like, bro, I was the first one that Sway saw, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, oh, hey, we familiar now.
I came in last. I'm like, he looking like y'all don't hug. I'm like, no, nigga.
Before we get into ours, because we talked with Sway, we met with Sway. I do want to get King and Doug's experience from being fans of Sway, from growing up seeing Sway. What was y'all experience? Meeting Sway like that?
I'm gonna keep it real. It felt crazy because you had said to me like, "Yeah, I've mentioned y'all, numerous times, so he's expecting y'all." But when bro showed up, like he showed up like we was at a barbecue. Like that was not like a work.
Yeah.
How you doing? No, bro. He like, man, he got to meet, bro. It was like he saw the old man. What's up, bro? Show me some love. I'm like, I got it on film. I'm like, what's good, man? Like, damn, like good film. Like, and again, it wasn't a professional. It was professional.
Yeah.
But it was more like friend. Like, hey, we good, you good. I'm gonna come take care of you.
Yeah.
Come through, fam. Because like I said, bro, I did not expect that. I expected professional. Like, hey man, yeah, good to see y'all. I'm glad y'all made it out. All right, we're gonna come here. We're gonna come in here. We're gonna put y'all over here, and then y'all just gonna chill while we do the interview. Explanation. Because my idea was we chilling. Like we're not doing shit but chilling.
In truth, and it only happened to me one time that it crossed my mind, and I was like, where the fuck is Reggie? I thought like shit was moving. I'm like, where's Reggie?
But even he said it in his thing that he was gonna try to meet us. So I'm like, Reggie couldn't make it yet. Like,
so I'm saying, so she got the moving. So I'm like, because that's what it was. It's like I feel like it wasn't. I feel like Reggie would have been the one that was like, this is what y'all gonna be doing. So nobody was telling us what we doing. So it was like, no,
it's all a surprise.
I thought the dude who walked us back was gonna do that. Like at some point he was stopping. Like, all right, guys, this is what it is, and we're gonna put you over here. And he like, no, just chill right here. So and then the other dude who was like printing some stuff off, who was like the phone guy.
Yeah.
Bro was showing love too. Like, man, much respect. Yo, where y'all here from? Where y'all from? We like, bro, who is you?
So that's what I said. Like, so that's what I was like. I love that moment because, like I said, that's what I was telling King when I was talking to him. I was like, I got that little piece of my own camera of myself when I was talking to y'all. Like, hey, bro, I think what we coming down here for ain't what we totally different than what we.
I think what we coming down here for ain't what we coming down here for.
That's that razzle.
So we all came back after that.
I want to answer this question that Doug already pulled up. Cause I do think that's a good question.
What was it?
Do you act like you've been there before, or do you act as excited as you really are?
So Yeah,
you
answer first. I got to answer. I'll let you know since you pulled it, just called it out.
In general, I try to do a healthy mix of both. I want
Both
somebody to know that, yes, I am excited to see you. Even if you're not a celebrity or whatever, if I'm talking to somebody, I do want them to know that, yo, I am genuinely excited to talk to you. This is something I'm doing purposefully, but at the same time, I don't try to go for a fanboy.
Yeah.
I know how overwhelming that is when somebody does that to me and they're like, you're a little too extra right now. So I try not to do that to them.
So what I do generally, and because I've already had that moment with Sway, that's why I didn't do a disco round. I let them know right off the rip. I will legit be like, hey, can I get this out real quick? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, look, I need you to know how much, and I go into my spiel or whatever it is, right? And stuff like that. And then boom, right? But because my thing is this is like, there's no need to not acknowledge it. Like you are you know who you are. Right. And if I'm talking about, I'm truly a fan of this culture. Yes, I've had moments that I'm like, yo, it's like, you know, I tapped into Sway multiple times, or, you know what I'm saying? When Sway popped up on the Boondocks, like this is like, there's things that means things to us. Right. Yeah. And so, you know, for that moment, like, and things like that, like I always, like in every celebrity, I do that. I'm like, let me get this out. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta have this moment. And from my experience, celebrities, at least if you call it out, like if you just do it, then that may be too much because they're not expecting it. Because that's the thing. Celebrities, when they see fans, they don't know how that interaction is going to be. Yeah. So I'm like, let's remove the awkwardness. I'm letting you know right now, but I'm asking your permission. Can I get this out? And then I get it out, and then everything is straight. And so that's how I do it.
And it was dope for not to jump ahead in the Sway encounter, but for him to, you know, still have that fanboy type of mentality when he talked to the celebrities and everything.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
That is true, and that's one thing about, I think, like, because I think for me, I don't give a lot of energy when I do meet them because I don't want to make it awkward.
Yeah,
right. I know how I can look, especially coming from a grown up, like another adult.
Right.
So it's like I show them love like I would show anybody, but I also think letting some people know, like meeting Sway and at least just being able to, you know, say to them something. Hey man, I love the show. Grew up watching you, shit like that. I feel like he appreciates it too, because like you say, when he meets other people, I feel like that when he was interviewing the people, they showed that he shows love.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's like I'm sure he need that back. You know what I mean? Like,
and there's a certain way you can always show love, but without
making it weird.
Yeah, without making it weird. So like,
I mean, I feel like if I'm about to put my camera and do some selfies, I'm finna be weird anyway. So I'm like,
I'm gonna tell you because they expect that. That's probably already.
So I'm gonna tell you that. I mean, but I agree. I mean, I think you don't want to be. You're not finna be cold. Like you want to be. Like I feel like you. It is a mix of both. Like because you're as a celebrity and there's someone of that person, they should be aware of that too. Like this person's never had this experience, so they finna be, even without me being involved, they're gonna still have this bigger surreal thing of what's going on here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, so I'm really gonna try to, like, I felt like the way Sway handled us and how he was there personally, it was a mutual fanship.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I love y'all. I fuck with y'all.
Yeah.
Like, so we literally just back. I love you, nigga. Like, I fuck with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
when there's a partnership involved, you have to be a fan of the person you're doing something with when you're working with them.
Yeah.
So that's why it's the being a fan is going to be there.
Yeah.
Like you're going to have that moment. But like I said, it's always just the don't go overboard. And honestly, everybody needs that in everyday life. You're gonna have moments where things are going to be a lot.
I agree.
Just don't go overboard.
I hate when people do. I kind of say that as a person being around celebrities, like not in the sense of direct, but just being in scenarios or areas where you see celebrities get swamped. Concerts, whatever, traveling. I personally have never, and I like, bro, I even been in the military, right? We used to get celebrities that came to all the time. Like literally every 3 months, we get a different wrestler or a different singer, something like that. Bro, show them the same love you would show a kid who's performing at a high school.
Yeah,
because they just want to know you enjoy their stuff. They don't want you going crazy and screaming and passing out and losing it, man.
Yeah.
Like,
so
I mean, Michael enjoyed that.
Well,
right. He was a kid at heart.
But so when Sway invited us in, still at that point, I'm thinking, all right, well, at least we're gonna be here, but we
now
just watching
it.
Now we kicking it. Now we just watching.
Even that, like, so I'm gonna be like, bro, my heart was really like, because I didn't know what was going on. Like, I really didn't know what was going on. So, like I said, when we got in, I think like how you saying, trying to be the coolest cucumber in the mix.
Fuck that. I was taking so many selfies.
I don't up in no table. I'm in your house. I'm in that motherfucker looking down like this.
You need me to take my shoes off,
Because my first thing was I didn't realize how tight of a space it was. So and then when me and King was behind everybody. So when y'all walked in and I saw that corner get filled up, I'm like, oh shit, where we going? And then they ushered me and King to that corner. Sway was like, yeah, y'all can go over and sit over there. I'm like, by the DJ booth? Now here's the thing. I watch Sway in the morning. So I know that sometimes there's a camera pointing towards that DJ booth. So I was like, wait, I'm about to be on camera. Like,
that's what I thought too. Like I'm like, is there a camera pointing? I asked Val, is there a camera pointing that over there? Because I'm about to weaken my ass. There's about to be 3 niggas over there. Nigga. I'm like, wait till they break up. Like,
so as we over there and they doing the setup, I'm like, all right. And then when I saw y'all in my head, I'm like, all right, well, if Didge and Bacardi over there and I'm over here, we're clearly just watching, and I was like, I'm good with that. I would have been okay with just experiencing that.
I was in there. I was looking at everything. Yeah. Everything was going on. I'm like, all right, I know how I can recreate this.
I mean, you got to think the music was like, it was just the vibe. The music was playing loud. Niggas just getting ready. Yeah. And I was just like, okay, this is just that's what podcast day. These niggas setting up.
They in there vibing, they in there talking. Yeah. Like, we in there, like you said, I'm in there taking a selfie, taking it to the scene. Yeah. Going live. I'm not even thinking like, well, maybe I should go live a little bit now. You know what? And then they go back to the show. I'm like, okay, let's just enjoy the show.
Yeah. And so once the show starts, I'm like, okay, so the show starts, right? And I'm like, all right, well, he probably gonna shout us out. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? So when he goes into the spill, now here's what I know about production and where my mindset was. My mindset was, we are here as a guest. So I don't want to be ha ha in the background. Niggas like, who's that laughing in the background? So I was like, I already had my quiet laugh ready that I was gonna do and everything like that. So they go. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing the production. I'm hearing out of the headphones. The intro and everything. Sway talking, and he was like, yeah, it's a family affair, man. I got my peoples here. Geekset, what up? And then at the time, I'm thinking it's going to use the soundboard and everything.
They did use the soundboard.
It was a mic right in front of me. Yeah. So that's why I was like, yo. And I'm like,
I didn't. I threw it. I said, you're right.
I was like, bro, when I think about that moment all the time, like, dog, I can't wait for that we film that, because that tension music gotta be like everybody heart was pounded. And then Sway was just like, I got my family here. Everybody just broke. You know what I'm saying? Screen go gray. The GTA death, like, the GTA death, like, end.
I had some clouds in the background, but I was close enough that I could hear him. I could hear the production soundboard. Yeah. So I saw him after that. He hit it and you can hear it. So I'm like, okay, this is clearly for the radio.
Bro, I really, and that's what I said. I was like, cause I looked so hard. Like, nobody did nothing. Nobody did anything. So I really like Sway didn't clap. Like nobody did nothing. So I really was like,
I had a golf clap going. So I was.
Yeah, we just like, so I'm like, okay, just let us know. So we like, all right. So like that's what we really did, like his little year. I'm like, bro, that's all we got.
Like, nobody planned for this.
I thought it was purely for the radio.
Yeah, like we did not.
So I mean,
it was all a surprise.
So I definitely feel like shout out to Sway. I definitely feel Sway saw it.
Like, well, see, that's the thing. He said, "Y'all ain't gonna talk? Hey, man, come get on the mic." And then at that point, for me, because I'm so used to being on the mic and being in camera, it clicked. I went straight into
yeah, you was cold.
Because as soon as I was like, all right. And like, it's funny because like, I was like, damn, I hope I didn't sound annoying at first, because as he did the intro and everything, I was like, can we do our spill?
No, that's what I said.
Can we do our spill?
That's what I said. I heard you in the background. So that's why when you talk about like, I hope these niggas be cool. To me, that's when we lost all cool.
Right there. Can we do the spill?
Like that, if you just watch the camera of this 3 niggas, like, get them over the mic, shit, right here. And they like, got this spill, got all like, nigga, do the spill.
But here's what, hey, do the dance, baby. Do the dance, baby. But this is what I realized. And Bacardi helped me realize this, and I don't think he realized it, how important the spill is. Because it's one of those things like, anytime that we do it, no matter what we doing, it's like it's the signal that everybody gets into their mode. Yeah. Because it seems like if we lost that cool at that moment, soon as the spill happened, with you doing it, with Didge in the background, with everybody there, like once we did it, everything felt like regular podcast day.
Yeah, it did.
It felt like that.
And I think that was. I think that's what made it so great. Like,
and I think that it was the first time we did a virtual interview with all of us, right? And we was just chopping it up, and he was like, "Oh, you ain't gonna do the spill?" And I was like, "Well, it's not the podcast." He's like, "You got to do the spill." And then ever since then, it just gets, like I said, it's the green light, it's the jump ball, whatever you want to call it. Soon as we do the all right, and we go into it, it gets us in mode.
And I think it's like I was saying, because that's why I said, like when you watch the video, like I said, the pile up, and then it was like, and like I said, Marcus even point out to me, like, bro, you went to doing your whole shit, like nigga, you ain't even know, like you just
that's when the character aspect of it coming together. Now y'all in your modes, all
and
all snaps like that.
And what I appreciate about Reggie is that, because like the thing about Reggie is that Reggie helped set this up, right? Mm-hmm. And there was a point where Reggie thought we fucked up. Because Reggie was down in the lobby probably waiting for us, and we was already in there. So Reggie hit the group chat like, "Hey, yo, y'all good?" And we were like, "Yo, we up here." We was like, "Oh,
we making history, Reggie. I'm sorry, sorry." Reggie. You know
so when he pulled up, I saw him on the outside watching and everything. And then this is also where I appreciate Sway, because as we went through it, one, I didn't know how this interview was going to go. But Sway made sure to 100% call out everybody to give their moment. So he said deuces. And then I went in, I did my spill. I did my, the little bit where I talked about just, Geekset and everything. And then I said, everybody got their individual role. And he was like, so Bacardi, and tell me. And then Bacardi, you got to have your moment with your merch.
I'm out here throwing my head out there. I feel I did a lot. You know what I'm saying?
No, you was straight, G.
I feel I did a lot. I was like, niggas happy to be here. You know what I'm saying?
But I want to say God.
Yeah, God. But wait, 14 years old, I'm just happy to be here.
But this is how it fit all of our personalities. Because if I was A Mike in general with Geekset, right, I got to do my A Mike thing, right? And then when we got into the branding, the merch, and everything, he addressed you. You had your moment. When it got down to the technicalities of what a geek is and the culture and the details and nuance of it, he called out Didge and said, "So Didge, what is this?" And Didge got to go over his spill that he knows, like, and things like that. And I just felt like, we hit everything that we normally hit. We talked about love what you do what you love. We talked about the Black Geek documentary. We talked about what a geek is. We talked about the spill. We talked about the origin. Like, we hit everything that we can.
Shout out to Sway in general, because I mean, he is not a master journalism for no reason.
Right.
He put us on stage.
Yeah.
He put us on the mic and ran us. Like he really put it through the motion that we gave all the information we needed to give without saying nothing. Like,
Bo said the spill is that's our Avengers Assemble. That's our, to me, my X-Men. That's whatever it is. That's
all right. Everybody get in line.
I hear that in my ear, but out of nowhere, I am talking now.
If there's any animators that are watching this, I need you to take an auto sample of our spill and make an X-Men intro of everybody. I need King going to grab the camera. I need Doug sitting in the chair setting it up. I need Bacardi getting it. I need that to be animated as our intro.
It's gonna be so funny though, because it has to be that it actually irritates the fuck out. Like, niggas like, God damn.
To me, like
you're tweeting and shit. All of a sudden,
Get together. Just ruined my damn day.
Everything. Headphones off, all that shit.
What's that mean?
The meme with Taylor
Like, can you, dog? I don't even. Can you? The fact that he don't even. It's like pre-recorded. Like, he's like, "Oh, there's trouble. Hit the button. All right. Hit the sound wave. Hit the word. All right.
I hit the button. I still he just yelling in the air.
Got the Geekset signal.
Like the Professor X waves. That's what it is. The Professor X waves out of his voice. Everybody can hear it.
He shot in the ego in the clouds, bro.
That's really like a character. I mean, a character. Like,
shout out, Bo, for that, man. Thank you for that.
Like, we never did movies or whatever. This thing gotta be on walking. Like, all right. You know what I'm saying? All right. Like, niggas getting mad at, bro. I'm not saying all right. Like, you gotta say all right.
Yeah.
Like, it's not over to you. So.
Yeah,
they be like, we good? Like, all right. Like,
all right.
Yeah, we good. No, all right.
All right.
But I did want to talk about your moment though, because you had set up the gold box package.
Bro,
So,
the
and
gold.
even like so, and I didn't do it.
That
I
was
really
baller.
should have. Like I was gonna have a moment at the hotel before we left where I was like, bro, I'm really, doing this moment. Like these are the clothes I put out. Like but I think at the pressure of like wanting to make sure we all got there. I didn't get, I didn't really do it, but it was like, I did pack the box at the hotel, so it was like just laying everything out. So even that experience was like, bro, you finna just hand this shit, and my same thing because we didn't know what we was doing yet. So it was like. I'm just gonna, in my eyes, like y'all finna capture me, just giving this dude some of the stuff, talking to him, giving my little spill, you know what I'm saying, whatever, like while we just sending the documentary stuff, something I would have that I would just bring back later on, you know what I'm saying, like nothing that we would even use at that moment, you know what I'm saying, so
right,
having that moment where he put me up and we, we're talking, and you know what I'm saying, he's the one, like y'all see the hoodie, I know I'm gonna get a hoodie, we family now, and I'm like, nigga, you got a box, like,
I'm about to give you this box.
Like,
definitely hear me scream, get the box. Get the box.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you got a box. Yeah. So it's like, I felt, shout out to Reggie, because I wish Reggie, because I was really trying to give him, I thought, like I said, we thought we would see in different circumstances. So the Reggie stuff was in the same box. So it was like, but like I said, like I did not think at all that I would ever like be literally like showing my merch like live, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, or him just saying like this is dope and just, and then he like I said, he was like, nigga, grab that shit, hold it up. I'm like, damn, all right. I didn't know we was doing this.
Holding it up with him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I was like, I felt like to me, like it was like that was like a, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's already like my thing is we've already made that place. Like I've given some celebrities clothes already to Kev and other people, and like we've already had that, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like what I've never had yet is that standby, like this is side by side. This is the person that made it. This shit is dope. I like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like Sway gave me the opportunity, and I was like, that was really like, again, another surreal. That was a razzle dazzle. Like I said, the razzle dazzle, bro. Like
because
the razzle dazzle.
You know
what I'm saying?
To those like behind the scenes, we always have these conversations and everything. I remember there was a moment when me and Bacardi had a conversation where obviously I'm one of the most visible people in Geekset, and so a lot of the times we would give people merch, and they would like, oh, shout out to Geekset and tag me for the merch, right? And where Bacardi never felt the type of way, knowing how just in general how everybody is, it was like Bacardi was like, yeah, it would have been dope though if they would shouting me out, and I was like, you know what? It definitely would have been. I was like, and that's my fault. I should have been way more vocal about that. And again, Bacardi didn't ask me to do it. He was just saying it. And it was just me being conscious in the moment, like, you know what? Yeah. And so ever since that conversation, I made it a point that no matter what, when I'm posting pictures, no matter how dope the picture is, if I'm talking the merch, I'm shouting out Bacardi. And I think because of that, I always also look for those moments where it's like, okay, I'm going to have my moment with whatever celebrity. I know Bacardi's going to have his merch moment, and we need to make sure that let Bacardi have his moment. Dish is going to have his geek out moment with whoever the technical person involved in their team is. And I said, we got to make sure that this, and that's what it is. It was like making sure everybody has their moments to get their razzle dazzle. Right. So in that moment, I was like, for me, just being able to watch it, I just knew what that meant.
Yeah,
and I was super excited for that.
Like our picture, she just holding the hoodie up and everything. Like, like I said, I gave some merch to Heather B. Yep. Like as well, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're not even done. Yeah. Where I was able to give merch to even one more extra. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We want to get there because once we finish our spill, I legit thought like that's it. All right, now we're gonna go in the back, let them finish out there, and we're gonna watch it. But he was like, no, y'all can stay.
Yeah, as soon as it
what's the commercial?
As soon as it was a commercial. Everybody, you went back over by where King was. The first thing he tapped me, he was like, "Hey, y'all kicking it, right?" I was like, "Yeah,
of course." Why would we? What you think?
I turned my black guys around so quick.
Nowhere else to be.
Now, you said you and Doug saw Winston Duke's name up there.
Yeah,
we saw it.
I
missed it all.
I was telling Doug before. I just assumed like, okay, these are people who just came recently. Like this could have been.
Yeah. So I mean, I knew it was guests here, but I was like, my thing was the same thing. Though, like it's serious. Like he could be on any show.
Yeah.
And I remember I think it was you. I was talking about. I was like, when we look, I was like, bro, if we see Winston Duke today, that'd be fucking crazy.
I was watching over the producers to the other side of Heather B. They had the schedule laid out. Yeah, and you can see Winston Duke and Leroy's name on there. And I was like, oh yeah.
So you had saw it already. Yeah. So I ain't never seen the paper.
You knew he was coming there.
Yeah.
So you had it. Yeah, I didn't know.
Because the first guest right after us was Leroy's. Yeah. Right. And so he told this story, which was dope because also he's from Chicago, Midwest dude, and everything like that.
Harvey.
Yeah. Well, but yeah. That's not Chicago. Yeah.
I
But
think
he
it's
talked about
bad,
Chicago.
though. He didn't call it the Chicago suburbs.
Yeah, he did call it Chicago suburbs. But sitting here and just kind of hearing him chop it up about like his life and everything like that, that was dope. And then when
having the pet duck was crazy.
the pet duck was a crazy story. But then, like I said, Winston Duke is an imposing ass figure, bro. When he walked through that door, I was like, "Yo, that nigga."
And I was like, Doug already knew it. But like I said, when he went to commercial break off of Leroy's and was like next up Winston Duke, that's when I looked at everybody like, "Bro, we finna see Winston Duke." Like, dog, like I feel like that was like, because it really was like I would look at the sign like, bro, I'm just in my mind, I'm just thinking like in the hallways. Or something like when we leave, like I'm like, bro, we running to Winston Duke, that's gonna be banana. You know what I'm saying? Wild. And then realize that we was like, oh, we in sitting vicinity of this. You're saying now hearing his story, like
this nigga is supposed to be talking to us.
Sit in on his interview.
It was
that was crazy.
Yeah,
it was such a good interview.
Like, Dog is a very well spoken guy.
Yeah,
to be so like imposing of a figure.
Yeah,
and come off so
peaceful
like
giant,
peaceful.
Man, real peaceful giant.
Oh man,
yeah.
It was dope how much he loved his sister too. Like
that
was you could tell he loved telling his story and everything. Like telling the story of when he was going to get the test and everything. But when they started talking about his sister, you could physically see him.
That's what he was most proud of.
He kind of lit up. He had a smile on his face.
He made me mad about his
Doctor
his peace thing when he was trying to he was like I don't really follow anything, but gave that.
Yeah, you said you wanted to tap in.
I'm like, I wanted to tap in, like, cause that's the spill. What you talking about? Like that shit was cold. Like the whole keep your head out of the traffic. Keep your head out of traffic, whatever. Like that's that's how you view life. That's really, you know what I'm saying? That's how you get there.
And this is what I loved about this whole experience, even with listening to Winston Duke and the attention that he paid to that Sway did with him and everything like that. Every bit Sway kept on ad-libbing to me. He kept on leaning over like, "Hey, you see that? You see this? This what we gonna get y'all at, right?" And he kept on doing that. Where like, and this is why I felt like it was truly like family, because it felt like the older cousin who got his shit together, right? Yep. And then the younger cousin's coming through, and he was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna get the flex." And he was like, "Hey, you see what I'm doing?"
As long as he been doing that shit, right? As long as he been doing that shit, Sway was flexing the fuck on
But it wasn't like a flex like in your face. It was like, "Hey, y'all, I'm gonna get y'all there. I know y'all want to be like big cuz, you know what I'm saying?" And I fuck with it so much, man. Like Sway's energy was so dope. And then like, so when the show wrapped. After the show wrapped up and everything like that, we got that moment in the hallway where it's just everybody there. You know what I'm saying? We see Reggie, so now you can finally get to give Reggie his stuff.
Yeah, I get it.
But Winston Duke was just standing there.
Yeah, Winston Duke is.
And so I think King, you had the first interaction with Winston Duke.
Yeah, got a chance to walk up on him because I forget who he was talking to. I think he was talking to.
He was talking to.
Oh, you had the first one.
Yeah, because right after it ended, obviously I went out there. So Sway was already talking like, all right, this is kind of the level that we want to get y'all to. So basically,
Sway was having a conversation because y'all call the video. Okay.
Yeah. So like same situation that he was leaning over. He was basically giving me that whole stuff. Like that was really dope. Because again, it's just another instance of like where it felt like the team. Then Winston Duke comes out, talking to him for a little bit, and that's when everybody started piling out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So when I walked, I got a chance to walk up on him. It was actually crazy because, like I said, I try to be chill.
Yeah.
This was probably the most fanboyish I've ever been. I just got a chance to tell him, how much of a fan me and my family are. Because, like, literally, my sons, my daughters, they grew up watching Black Panther.
Yeah.
Like one of the only Disney real live movies that they would watch. Other than that, it had to be animated.
Okay.
So, and just knowing, he's one of the main figures throughout the entire movie and all that. It's kind of one of the things where you got to give a chance to let us know, bro. Like, because of you, my sons go to sleep at night.
Yeah.
Or they fight.
They believe
either one to go, however you want to look at it.
Wow.
Your impact has affected them. And he was very receiving of this.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah.
It was one of the things where me being me, talking to a 6'6",
7'5".
Yeah,
man,
monster of a man, and he's like showing me love, shaking hands, hugging me.
Yeah,
that's what's up, man. I'm glad to hear that. Bro, I was like,
taking it back. I think you was next because you was giving Reggie something, and then
you were next.
Because I actually popped in that last because I left y'all after Reggie. And gave Heather because I was
you saw that at Heather.
I wanted to go to Heather B, which I'm really salty I didn't get no pictures or anything. I wanted a picture with her. So shout out to Heather B. I'm definitely we gonna see again. But I gave her a hat and a shirt because I didn't act, like I said, we wasn't prepared.
We didn't know.
So I didn't have anything for the set.
Yeah.
But I had, I did have some random merch in my bag, so I gave her a hat. You know what I'm saying? So then when I came back, while I was in there where it had to be though, that's what sparked another round. That one because that's when Sway came in like, hey, I'm gonna give Winston Duke my hat. You got another hat for me? And I'm like, wait, what you gonna do?
Yeah. So before you get to that, because I want to talk about that your moment with that. So it was funny because then when I got to talking to Winston Duke, y'all know me. I look at the opportunity, I'm going straight into the spill. So in my head, and it was funny because I text Champ, I'm like, yo, Winston Duke here. Champ said, "This is." I'm gonna read you. Champ, this is Champ's direct a message that he gave me when I told him. I said, he said, get Winston Duke ASAP. Don't let him leave your sight. That's what Champ said. Like I said, don't. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, I immediately go in the spiel. I tell them who we are. I tell them what we doing. I tell them what we working on. I tell them what sparked Geeks. I tell the story again. Because I'm like, you part of Black Panther. I was like, if you didn't hear the interview, I need you to know this. I need you to know this.
But did you hear when Sway was like, you need to connect with Ryan Coogler? Bro.
Yeah. Oh, I did not hear that.
He said that. Sway said that, and Winston Duke said that. They both said that. And I don't even think Black Panther 3 had been announced yet at that point.
Shit. Like, what?
I don't even think they announced Black Panther 3, and they were working on Black Panther 3 at that point. So to have that interaction, and now that news coming out,
y'all, we need to link up with. He gonna try to link us up with Winston Duke. I mean, with Ryan Coogler.
Shit, I did not know that.
I didn't hear that either.
Shit, but even Sway was like,
hey, listening.
Yeah, even Sway was like, hey man, you gotta let him. He got places to go. But then that's when you came out with that.
Yeah,
you came out with that.
So you did the spill after. So we did the picture after the spill.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's what it was. So that must have been that then.
Yeah.
That must have been because that's what I'm saying. Sway came to talk to me.
Yeah.
And that's when he was like, I need a hat, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when he came back. This is already was.
Yeah, I was already in it. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what threw me off because I'm talking to Heather.
Yeah.
And I honestly thought Winston was gone.
No, he was.
So I'm in there talking. So when he came back, I need to have
hold the court. Yeah.
I'm like, wait, hold on.
What you talking about?
What? That's why I'm coming back out with him. And he like, I'm like, well, I got a hat for you, whatever. And he gave Winston Duke the hat, and I'm like right next to the thing. So I'm like, bro, you getting the hat? You getting the hat? And he like, he put this motherfucker on. Oh, you put it on.
And listen here, this is what I need Bacardi, because I make sure Bacardi needs to understand this every time. Is that he's giving celebrities merch. This is not merch that we went to Cafe Express and they sent it to us. This is not merch that we ordered off a website. This is merch that Bacardi bought the hat, bought the shirt, went in that motherfucking room, printed it out, pressed that bitch on there, spent time doing it. Niggas is wearing your work that you did with your hands, G.
So I mean, so I definitely, so to get the picture, what's to do, put it on, like, oh, I'm gonna put this motherfucker out. I'm like, cuz. You doing a lot of my heart. I am too old for this shit right now.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so at this moment, if the day would have ended right there, that was enough to fill our bucket.
Oh yeah,
that was enough.
Ready to go back to the hotel.
But Reggie, shout out to Reggie again.
Shout out to Reggie.
That nigga was like, "Hey, I took off the whole day for y'all." So
yeah, he set us.
He was like, studio. Yep, he set up with a studio. He was like, so I'm gonna roll with y'all to the studio.
Shout out to Ty.
Shout out to Ty. Taco. And this is where I felt too. Also, I don't know if y'all caught it. Reggie was like, "Well, shit, we can." The studio's in Harlem, so we got to get there. He was like, and we was like, we haven't got on the subway yet. He was like, damn, y'all gonna make me catch the subway? Because I can tell by the way Reggie dresses, he's not a subway. Like he's past that. He's not no more. That's over. He got a little bit of money now.
That point.
He's not a sub, but he was like, fuck it, for the culture, for y'all, I'm gonna hop on that subway with y'all. And so we got the full subway experience. And this is what I really appreciate about New York. Each borough truly feels like when you come out of that subway, it felt like you walking into a whole new world, bro. Because when we walked into Harlem, it felt like the start of a Spike Lee Harlem movie.
I really wish somebody I should have put a phone on the camera.
Yeah,
like, bro, can you catch this coming out of here?
The light, the sun was hitting different. The sounds was different.
The people, the layout, the people.
Like I said, not to mention, like I said, even because we're still on Sway, like pretty much the Sway day, but like this was like on our trip. This was actually the hottest day of our trip. You know what I'm saying? So this was like everybody was enjoying the most of their can out the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what made everything, I feel like, even more. I feel like the positive energy was just on 10 because everybody was like, "That was been a good day."
Yeah.
It ain't been a good day in a long ass time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and so we get there, and obviously, we got to get something to eat. So you know what I'm saying. So we go to Sylvie's,
the world famous
Sylvia. Shout out, soul food restaurant, and I ain't gonna hold you, that food was good as a bitch.
Good in the motherfucker.
Oh my god,
that
food was
because he asked us when we got there, right?
That was one of the best places.
When he asked us, because y'all didn't know that he was going to wine and dine us, but when he asked us what we was trying to eat, I knew at that moment, I'm like, oh, this nigga finna pay for us. I want to go where, wherever you think of when you think of Harlem. That's where I want to go.
And the two spots is funny because, what was it, the Red Rooster?
Yep.
And Sylvia's were the two spots I've heard from multiple people, like, if y'all go to Harlem, that's where y'all got to eat.
Yeah.
So it was funny that we was right there.
Yeah.
And they were right there.
Yeah.
So
we ate good, and then like I said, just even walking to the studio, because like I said, the one thing about New York is like if you catching the subway, you catching the bus, but generally there's a lot of walking.
Right.
So we literally got to walk through the heart of Harlem. We was walking through Harlem. We was seeing, Reggie was pointing out, significant, memorial areas or just monumental areas in Harlem. And again, like I said, the people, the vibes, like it was truly
dope.
a New York Harlem experience.
Yeah.
All
and then was missing was Dipset.
Right. And the studio technically was in the hood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it switched up real quick. I'm like, that's when my head turned to, okay, I'm on Burline.
Yeah, if you ain't noticed the switch, like it came out of nowhere.
We had that moment where Ty kind of explained to us, he was like, nah, man, it's cool right here.
Yeah.
But over there.
Right, yeah, you got to block it too.
Yeah, it's where it's wild. Okay.
Yeah, right. And so shout out Ty, because like I said, this was a last minute thing that like Reggie, when he set up the 2 interviews, he was like, all right, well, I got a studio. And Ty, come to find out, Ty and Reggie went to school with each other. They was homies. They kind of reconnected over like, oh shit, you do this? Oh, you do this? Well, shit, let's work. Yeah. And so, Ty let us use the studio. And for those who know about the overtime freestyles on Sway, that's where they shoot those at.
The studios.
Studio was upset. And so we get there, and then this is the moment that I think Reggie really bought into the whole Geekset, because this is what we do best, is when we get a chance to work. Right. And so soon as we get in, of course, Ty, engineer at Sway in the morning and everything like that. He's asking, obviously I walked in with Reggie. He was like, all right, what do you guys need? And I was like, well, I'm gonna let Didge handle that. I immediately threw it to Didge, and then Didge had this moment with Ty. So I want to talk about that, because I know that you said that moment was like really great for you because you got to get into your technical bag.
Well, I liked it because for the interview, that was probably the first interview where we were able to really curate the shot.
Yeah,
obviously when we were at
that shot was
DreamCon,
fucking beautiful.
We were in a room, but we didn't have much that we could do with it. Everywhere else, it's kind of like the space has been there for us. So what was dope about that one was, okay, we got this background, we got this background, we got that background. What do you like best? So I was able to look around the room. Okay, let me see how this look with no lights, with 1 light, with 2 light. So it was a purely curated background, and that shot, I can't wait for y'all to see it because the shot itself is so fire.
Yeah.
It was dope to be able to, like I said, just really get creative and be like, okay, this is the image that I want this to be. Mm-hmm. And then obviously, because we're sitting there, we're watching the interview go through.
Yeah.
To be able to see it come to life.
Yeah.
That was
have all the tools.
He was
in a toy store.
Like, I definitely could be like, well, I got that. What you need? Like, he like, well, I don't really know. Like, well, I got it though if you need it. Like,
well, that was the other thing, because obviously the thought was, okay, we needed to bring majority of everything that we needed.
Yeah.
Realistically, it came down to, okay, you got the camera, you got the audio part, I got you for everything else.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't. Because of space limitations, we didn't bring a tripod.
Yeah.
He literally saw the base, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I got a tripod for that one." But if you didn't, I had a tripod that you could have used regardless. Yeah. So everything was so set up, and all it did was reinforce the team aspect of everything, because it was, we a team now. Yeah. I got you. You brought you didn't come empty-handed.
Yeah.
But I got you to help supplement what you did.
And I want to shout out Didge so much, because I never realized. I mean, I realized it, but that black magic camera really makes people be like, "Oh, y'all niggas serious."
Yeah, right.
Every interaction. When niggas realize that we got a black magic
And I remember Dish was adamant on getting his black magic. And me and McCartney, like I understand the black magic, I understand the allure of it, but like in my eyes, as long as we get a clear shot, that's all I care about. That's all I care about, right? So when Dish was me and McCartney, respectively, both was like, I mean, hey, you want to get it? That's you. We was like, long as the image is clear. But now I truly see when industry people was like, oh shit.
Part of branding. Yeah. Part of branding. Like, you gotta show them we got some money.
Yeah. So I like that. But also you had a moment.
Bro.
You had a moment that damn near brought you to tears.
So yeah, like I said, like we said, the studio was dope. Shout out to Doug, and I don't know if I'd have saw it because I was really high the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know you know what I'm saying. So I probably would have saw it at some point, but like I said, we was in the studio. Shout out again to Todd. The studio was dope, but we was like there was this hallway as everybody's setting up, and I'm when in setup moments I really don't have much to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I usually get to wander around a little bit, and I was kind of following. I didn't realize that Todd studio had a further back, and which is really crazy though because the actual place is a house. It was a house in the studio. Because I didn't like the kitchen, but I didn't even see the kitchen back there. You said, but he has a hallway that he kind of has to post like some artwork of some Monopoly pieces up, whatever. And as I'm kind of checking out the wall using my just taking some video, Doug was just like, "Dog, look at this," and it was like a door at the end of the hallway that literally like in my font and all the way straight down, literally just said like, "Do what you love," and I'm like. The way I froze in that moment, like really when Doug showed it, I'm just like, wait, hold on, like where the fuck are we at? Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? like because it was really wild. So of course, like I run out and I'm like, yo, bro, like what the hell? Like I got the shirt on, like what's this? Right. And he like, oh, I'm gonna do you one better. And then walk me back through the hallway. You know what I'm saying? Walk me back through the hallway and was like,
it was a
slid that door. That motherfucker said, "Love what you do." I'm like, bro.
And even the story behind it, Ty said when y'all was talking about it on Sway, and when y'all said it, he said in his head, he was like, "I got something for them."
Like,
he already knew that it was going to hit like that.
Like, bro, that's what's like. So it's like even for me, it was like when people be talking about like divine timing and things happen for a reason. And this is where you're supposed to be at, whatever. It's like, bro, we could have been in we was trying to find space.
We was trying to find space.
We could have been anywhere in New York, bro, trying to record this. And we in this random spot that has our message, the message that we created literally.
Yeah, that's how you know we were right where we were supposed to be.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like that's like the wildest thing that could possibly ever happen to me.
Little razzle dazzle from the universe.
That was mean razzle dazzle, bro. That nigga slapped me with the like nigga.
I've been watching.
You was like,
no. And the fact that he said, man, I saw it somewhere and I got inspired. In my head, it said, I'm creating the story. He saw one of your ads, one of your TikToks, and got inspired.
I don't care how. Like I said, it was
got inspired.
Like because it was for like I sent it to Imani. And she was like, they did that for y'all? I said, nigga, this shit was here. I was like, this shit was here, nigga. It's already here. She said, oh,
he said he pulled the print.
Yeah, he said he saw it.
He said he had those made.
Yeah, he said he saw it somewhere and got inspired. In my head, it was Bacardi that inspired him.
Absolutely.
The interviews were dope. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? We had like shout out Land Party.
Shout out T.
Stone Cold Teach.
It was such really dope.
And I really love the interview. Like I said, shout out to I'm glad Reggie. I kept saying too, like I'm so glad Reggie got to see us because I feel like even with Tej, most of the people that we've been interviewing, we've
had a rapport.
Like we've known we got kind of creative. So he got to see us really just bring somebody to us.
Yep.
That he's like, I know this guy's, he does a little geeky like video games and he does this kind
wrestling.
Of stuff.
It was wrestling for him.
He gave us a little rundown. He's like, but I think he'd be good for your documentary interview. And it was like the way that we was able to like even watching you, like I said, that's why I said like watching like when talking about like everybody's kind of skills and what they were doing, like watching you literally before this talk, you just talk to this nigga, you ask some questions. Like let's talk. What do you want to talk about? What do you not want to talk about? What can I bring up?
Like 30 seconds.
Like he was really
dope interview.
Like he was running, and then after that, it was like you knew this nigga already. It was like you felt like you knew him. You know what I'm saying?
What I really liked about both interviews was they were both very clearly New York.
Yeah.
But they were two
different
types of New York.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that was organic.
Yeah.
Like because they were both from the same borough.
Yeah,
they both from the same borough.
Yeah.
But two different types of black geeks.
Yeah. So in that moment, and I don't know if anybody saw, but like when I was asking him the questions, I was also Googling him, learning about him. So in that moment, I was doing that research while consuming info and everything like that.
He said it at the end. He's like, "This is the best interview I've ever had."
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he said he hit his peoples up, told everybody about it and everything.
Yeah.
So like I was just really excited to be able to get that. And yeah, and then you know what I'm saying? So we wrapped that up, and then this was the night that we finally got the night.
And shout out to Land Party, because I do want to say, like, we shout out to T, but really, Land Party, like, fam is
Greg.
Greg from Land Party.
Yeah, Greg from Land Party, fam. That's a funny dude.
He's a New York nigga.
He's a funny New York nigga.
He got the energy.
He remind me of Cam. He remind me of Cameron.
I think that's what.
The one that told you about the Timbs. He said,
that's what I'm saying. Like, he the one, because he the one, like, when we
go to Chicago.
We saw him in Chicago, and I'm like, bro, and that was so crazy. I didn't ask him, like, about the Timbs. I was just like, bro, I do the fashion. I was asking him, like, what's your style to bring to my, to wear? And he was just like, he told me wear large. He's like, bro, he's like, I'm like, any tips, like, anything, like, to bring out these, like, if you got some Timbs, bring the Timbs.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna bring the Timbs. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. So then when I see this nigga, like, nigga, I ain't getting nobody with no Timbs.
You got on Miles Morales.
Yeah, but you look like you supposed to be here.
That's how I do. Like, that's why I do. I'm fucking with the nigga, because he's like, oh, you did do it though. Like, he like, you did it, nigga. I ain't like,
you look good.
You look good. Like, you look like one of the OGs. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, this nigga got me out here looking. Even Reggie was like, y'all think they stopped that a long time ago, didn't they? I don't think they do the Timbs like that no more. Like,
Hey, but that was one of the things Greg said when we saw him in Chicago. He was like, "Hey, just make sure you got your pair of Timbs."
You like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what he told me.
If you gonna pack anything, pack you a pair of
That's
Timbs.
what I'm saying. So and I'm like, bro, I ain't seen no Timbs. He's like, oh, they don't really do that no. I mean, but you got it, OG, you OG. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You ain't gonna tell me to pack these Timbs. We don't wear Timbs no more.
He's like, you gonna walk through the hood, they ain't gonna think you the OG. You just OG out here in the Timbs.
Yeah. And so, you know what I'm saying? So like that was like I said, both of those interviews good. Both of those interviews was really good and everything like
I think
that.
it's an underscore after.
You think so?
I'm almost positive.
Oh, okay. But it's not popping up. It's not populating, as you can see. I was doing my tweets and everything. So like that was super dope in regards to that. And so then we like I said, Reggie. This is when Reggie said he got to go back to the crib. He's gonna depart. He was like, I'm gonna hop on that train with y'all. And this is when I got my first nightlife experience. And I was anticipating this. And again, same thing. The one thing I appreciate about the subway system is coming out of the subway. It is a whole, like, it's just like, it gives you that experience. Because we walked out of the subway in the middle of Times Square, lights is blaring and everything like that. And we was trying to figure things out. And I don't know if y'all know, but I just sat there and I was just like, yo. And it was like, for me, again, Times Square is my vibe. That is truly my vibe. It is truly my vibe.
And I think also, like, I've been to Vegas a couple times too. So
I never have.
I feel like the big light, like, I feel like a lot of that. If you've been,
I ain't never been.
If you've been in that kind of atmosphere, like, I feel that's why I said like Times Square was like, okay, I did it. Like,
It did feel like the Strip.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it did feel like walking up and down the Strip.
LED. Yeah. So that's why it was just another one. I see why Times Square is major in they aspect, but I'm like,
literally the only thing you're missing from the Strip to that was casinos and just open alcohol. Just
everybody just going
but
crazy.
You could have been open. But people out there drunk.
I'm sure you could. But I'm saying, like, the Strip,
you would have saw it wasn't no flamingo.
So
that's the thing. So if you ever go to when you go to Vegas, you would definitely see that.
No, yeah, and so you know what I'm saying. We had, like I said, and just kind of. I don't remember how we ended that night.
That night we just stayed in Times Square. We walked
we just walked through Times Square. Just experiencing the photos.
We went and dropped off all the equipment,
and then came back
to Times Square. That's what
that's what it was.
That's what we ran into dude with that was pumping that iron.
That was that night.
The creepy clown dude.
The creepy clown.
Yeah.
What you said you talking about?
That's the only thing I hate about that we all had to keep breaking up our night to go put everything up.
Yeah, because like I said, them trips, man.
We would have been in Harlem. That night would have been in Harlem.
Yeah,
we didn't have to break our shit up.
Yeah.
No, remember at first we was talking about going to that.
That listening party, and that was in the Bronx.
That was in Manhattan.
Yeah, that was in Manhattan.
That was in Manhattan.
Mm-hmm. It was at a Greek restaurant. I remember Reggie was saying.
But like, just even be like I said that night, you know what I'm saying? Of course, grabbing some dope ass photos and everything, but just experiencing the nighttime was really dope. Friday night, Friday, what did we do? We went back to Times Square.
Friday ended up being an empty day, so we went to Brooklyn.
We went to Brooklyn.
We didn't do shit all day Friday until afternoon.
We did what?
We
was exhausted. We was exhausted.
We went Thursday night, bro. I was exhausted.
Yeah. Friday was very much a lazy day until we went to the market hall with Jamie.
Yeah, in Brooklyn.
And then we went to the spot in Brooklyn.
So that market hall was pretty dope because
that picture that you took, the one
straight down the aisle.
Yes, dog, that picture.
I didn't see it
was
yet.
like, yo, this is just like some nightlife area in some random ass country. I wouldn't have thought that was New York. You gotta see that picture. It's crazy.
Yeah, we had some good Jamaican food. What did you end up getting? I know I got the jerk.
I had another like little like mini sandwich at one of those.
Yeah, I got one of they what's the
I had the curry goat and the oxtail
and
cocoa.
The oxtail cocoa puffs go crazy.
That was fire.
The oxtail cocoa buns was off the shit.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that jerk burrito was fire.
Yeah.
That was a lot though.
That burrito was so messy though. That's why I had to use my fork. And I tried to pick it up, and that shit was like, bro, hands was just all full of sauce.
Yeah, and shout out Jamie, man, for
shout
just
out
like
Jamie.
you know what I'm saying, just even suggesting that place. I know at that time we was
Swiper.
I know, I was about to be Jamie. Swiper Art, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is not Swiper, dog. What the hell? But like you know what I'm saying, just even being able, just coming out with us, being you know what I'm saying, and like I think that was really dope, just to being able to have somebody from there and everything like that.
Having somebody out there that, especially for Brooklyn,
kind of curate our experience.
And then we go to the Brooklyn Club.
Yeah, which is
that was my recommendation.
That was a club. That was because me and Quiet as kept. Me and Bacardi was looking for the energy, the New York club energy.
I was.
I needed
You needed that razzle dazzle. You needed that razzle dazzle.
I needed a little bit of like what y'all really. But I really wanted a black experience. So like I didn't want to go to like some.
Wait. Quick question. Did we go to the full men bar first? Was that same night? Because remember
that was Wednesday night or Thursday night.
That was
Thursday night.
Thursday night we went to a bar. We watched the Knicks game. That bar was literally just full of dudes. So we had to get rid of that.
That's how we ended up going to Times Square because I want to see Times Square night.
That was Thursday night.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
Well, we caught the game.
We caught the game.
We got a pregame at a.
All right.
I'm really
forgot about that. Yeah, that was
good. You really took me to a place. I'm like,
it unlocked shit.
It was at an all men's bar. I'm like, what?
That bar
definitely was at a bar.
Like women.
But anyways, the Brooklyn Club, it was such a small lounge, but it was such a fucking vibe.
It was a big vibe.
We got the DJ. I wish I remember the DJ's name. I wish I remember the DJ's name.
They did have food. We just didn't order none.
I wish I remember the DJ's name, but the DJ was killing it. She was killing it, doing her thing.
It was nice and chill.
Yeah.
The female DJ was getting there. Like I said, and it was like I said, when we got there, it was quiet. It was definitely quiet.
Female owner too.
Female
owner. Yep.
Yeah, I think it was the.
And then, like I said,
I think it was one of the owned by the lady with the black with the sweater.
Walking around,
and then the other lady that came in with the hat.
And this is what I realized the difference, because like Brooklyn is very much Brooklyn, but we came in with Milwaukee energy. I'm talking about we dancing, we singing, and I caught the glimpse of everybody looking like, yo, these niggas is vibing. Motherfuckers knew, like motherfuckers was not vibing like us. We was vibing.
These niggas ain't from here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like their whole motive out there is to be extra cool.
Yeah.
And the women were like, nah, like, we want some energy.
Yeah, we came with the energy. And so
I mean, we definitely want that's what I'm saying. So it's like you see talking to everybody, we ain't from here. We start,
music came on, we doing the dance.
I mean, and we vibing like that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what niggas I'm like, bro, we on this energy now. Like, hey, we was just on Sway.
Yeah,
it was a celebration now. We get the.
I gotta talk about that. Because Bacardi, and it's so many times. It was so many times that I'm hearing Bacardi saying the spill about being on Sway. I was like, no, I ain't even get there yet. Bacardi was on it. Bacardi was on it. Like, I don't know if you know, but he was on Sway.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all know Sway more than I do.
I don't know if y'all know this, but I
wasn't with somebody like, I know y'all.
But
I was waiting for it.
But that was also the departure night for King and Doug.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I'm saying? We also wanted to have a celebratory just moment out, just celebrating, you know what I'm saying? Had that drink, had that toast, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of a good send-off in regards to that.
Yeah, shout out to the 7. That was
the 7. Shout out to the 7.
That was a really good
That was really dope. And so, you know what I'm saying? So that Saturday, like I said, after King and Doug left, we got in.
Before you say it real quick, how did y'all feel like just the departure conversation? Like, how did y'all feel like wrapping up? Like, y'all tripping like that y'all was leaving?
No, you can go first.
I think Friday night was a good cap off for me, right? You know, like that was the epitome, because that when you and we walked, and I was telling you, I'm like, that's the type of vibes I need. I just need to be around.
Oh yeah.
You know, me and Bacardi walked to the dispensary while y'all was still getting ready, and I was telling him, I was like, I need to be around, whether or not it's us going to a nice gentleman club, nice gentleman's lounge,
right.
You know, and being around some of that energy, or just going out and being in the hood and being in a nice black environment. I need that type of energy. So to get that, and to, you know, be able to, you know, to do our spiel, and, you know, we out there meeting folks, and now I'm in the zone now. Now I can really, you know, introduce us to, you know, more and more people. It was nice to get that, and then to cap it off with, you know, be outside and just get that one last smoke in, last drink in, and then, you know, just hit it. Like, it was a nice cap.
Mine was dope, just being around black folks, bro.
Yeah,
that's it. Because the thing is, like, especially with us five, I always tell people, like, when we travel, I already know we get looked at like we five black dudes.
Yeah.
But being in Manhattan, you know, we stand out a little bit too much, and it didn't feel necessarily comfortable. We felt like tourists. So, but when we went to Harlem, I honestly felt at home. Like, I feel like it was like Martin Luther King Street on in the 90s. Like, we were so relaxed.
The block we walked, feel like walking on MLK.
Yeah, that was Lennox and Malcolm X.
Like you said, the lounge.
Yeah, I think it was.
The lounge was so black. The people were so chill. Like, the thing to me was like, I wanted us to have a good New York black experience.
Yeah. And that was
not
it.
just some friends bullshit ass. Oh yeah, we was out there. We saw this. We saw that. Like, yeah, we gonna get that because that's what they tell us to go see. But going into like the 7, bro, was like, we in the middle of these neighborhoods. Like, we really was walking through uncharted Brooklyn, where you don't see this, like the trash.
Yeah.
That ain't what they show you.
Yeah,
they showing you the main streets.
We get the downtown Brooklyn.
Studio, that was the side streets. Like, seeing the side streets of these areas, it was like my main goal.
Yeah.
So, like you say, wrapping it up, I felt like everything that we came there for, like, it don't owe us shit.
Yeah, no, New York don't owe us a damn thing.
Like,
no.
So that Saturday we got invited to May the 4th party. And
first we went to dinner.
I was gonna get there. I was just gonna say, like, we got invited to, like, the dinner was already set up. Dish had his peoples already set us to go for a dinner, and then we also got invited to a May the 4th party, which was actually an influencer party, which, you know what I'm saying, which I didn't realize at the time, and which was really dope, because, you know, we got to see some really dope influencers that I've been following, that Dish been following. I was like, oh shit, this is truly an influencer party. And what was dope was Fantastic Frankie hit me up and said, hey, we got this party going on, you guys should come. And then Gotham Geek Girl as well hit it and said, yeah, and so both of them hit
they knew
the place, right? And so he had hit us up and was like, yo, okay, I got y'all, and just give me the names. And so I'm like, oh, this is really dope, right? So we first go meet up with
Jamie and Joel.
Jamie and Joel.
Saturday was Lazy Day.
Yeah, Lazy Day.
We didn't do.
We got our souvenirs. Our souvenirs. We got our souvenirs in. So we was just shopping. I love New York stuff and everything like that, just to bring back home and everything.
This card is
Samurai Darth Vader,
which I'm surprised you didn't bring.
Tamashi Nation store.
Tamashi Nation store. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Like, I definitely feel like just the trip in general. Like, even when I got home, I was like, damn, I didn't even think about really souvenirs. Like, I know you had to do, but it's like, I usually really do get shit, and I was like, I could not.
Yeah,
it wasn't even on my head, like, to even buy anybody nothing.
To grab their mugs. I do have to get mugs from my parents. That was about it.
Yeah, and then so we go to this hibachi spot, you know what I'm saying, with Didge and his people, you know what I'm saying. First, shout out to Jamie and everything like that, and
Joel, shout out to
you know
Joel.
what I'm saying. Niggas tricked me into eating lobster. You know what I'm saying?
That's
lobster.
So
my pops is allergic to shellfish.
Okay.
All right. And I've never had shellfish. So my pops and my mom always said, before you eat shellfish, make sure you know that you're not allergic to it. At that time, I wasn't eating seafood like that. So this year, 2024, I've been expanding my food palette. And I've been eating more seafood and everything like that. And so I was going to eat whatever, you know what I'm saying, something in there. But Bacardi, of course, being fancy as hell, you know, he ordered, what was those things called?
I mean, Bacardi, to be fair, Bacardi wasn't the only person who ordered soup dumplings.
But he ordered the lobster one.
I mean, he did.
He ordered
soup dumplings.
Crab. The lobster was my hibachi.
No, he ordered the crab. So that was my first time. So I got tricked to eating crab. crab dumpling.
I didn't really feel like I tricked in.
So what it was is they bought
the soup dumplings.
The soup dumplings.
The soup dumplings. They came out on like
a stackable thing.
They got the bamboo steamers.
Yeah.
So
they put both of them on top.
We had two because Jamie ordered chicken soup dumplings. I ordered pork steamed buns, and then Bacardi ordered the pork or the crab steamed dumplings. Well, the two steamed dumplings, they put the
on top of each other.
They put the bamboo steams on top of each other and just brought it out. Didn't say which was which. So we ordered it. We put on the top one. Everybody basically sharing it all, trying each of them.
At the time, I never had it, right? So they being hospitable, they were like, "Oh yeah, you want some of this?" So I'm just trusting them. I don't know the difference between it, and I'm like, "All right." And so Bacardi's like, well, "Where's mine?" And he was like, "Oh, he probably didn't bring it out." We didn't realize it was stackable. So when we opened it, we see the other one, right? And so we was like, "Oh, well, everybody, let's try this," because Jamie had already shared what she thought was hers, right? So then we asked the lady, she's like, "Hey, where's the crab ones at?" She was like, "Oh, they're all there." They're like, "It's the one with the pink tops." And we were like, "Oh, we don't know." I was like, "Well, the one I had a pink top on it." They were like, "Oh, well, that's the crab dumpling." I was like,
makes sense though.
"So I ate crab?"
when we ate because the crab was the top one.
Yeah.
So when we ate it, initially we assumed because they handed it right to Jamie, so we were like, "Okay, that must be the pork or the chicken one." And I remember, no, it was pork because I remember I'm like, "Hey, this don't taste like pork. It's good," but I'm like, they got a weird pork palate.
And so for me, not having either pork or the crab dumpling, this is my first time having that ever. So I'm like, all right, maybe this is how it tastes. But I was like, I did notice it taste. I'm like, this does not taste like pork, but I'm like, maybe this is how it tastes.
About that scene, this nigga thought he was gonna die.
I was like, I know. It was
made the comment
did. Now that was here. Did. Because what it was is I looked at Bacardi. I said, so I ate crab. He was like, I guess you did. I was like, so am I good? And I was like, he was like, what? Yeah. And I was like, well, no. When I explained it to him, I was like, so I think I'm good. And then what this was like, I guess we gonna hope. And I was like, what you mean?
It was like, I think he didn't say like we hope or some shit. I was like, God damn.
He said it. I'm like, I wasn't thinking of any other way. I was like, well, I remember when my dad said how it hits him. It's not an instant thing. He said throughout the night, it get worse. I'm like, we just got to hope at this point.
So now, anytime I get a call, I feel a little bit tightness. I'm like, is it it? Is this the moment? I'm like,
is this when he comes home?
Like, when I laugh, this trip ain't going to do nothing to your ass.
But
ain't not one of y'all gave.
My dad said he ate like literally a piece.
Didn't nobody give me a piece of mind in that moment.
It got worse. So I'm just like, at this point.
He said we hope. Bacardi over here cracking up. I'm sitting there like, ain't nobody gonna give me a piece of mind. Ain't nobody gonna give me a piece of mind.
Nobody can do that for you at this point.
You gotta figure that out.
Shout out! I wanted to do shout out to the at our hibachi place. We had 4 ladies.
Oh yeah,
on my side.
That was biking.
They were 4 older ladies. You can tell they're definitely in their 60s, 60s, 70s, whatever. A group of ladies, they've been biking for like 7 years. They're from North Carolina. That they were up there doing, which we
like
saw the signs.
Biking?
No,
pedal bike.
We saw the signs out there. They were there doing.
They had a 5K.
The 5K Brooklyn tour. They had traveled up there to do that. So like we kind of they sat by us. The only reason I started talking to them because they was really in that motherfucker like, nigga, I'm so goddamn hungry. I'm like, I've been driving. I'm like, what y'all do? You know what I'm saying? But they had like the bike gear on. So I'm like, I thought it was like a New York. You think it was like a New York.
It was a group of men when we were on the way back in the Uber that was on bikes like that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Saturday. So yeah, it might have been like that. The beginning might have been that point.
So, I think it was Saturday and Sunday because I thought when we were in the Uber, going through Deuces and I was in the Uber to the airport. I saw plenty bikers just like at different parts of who was going through New York
that morning or that afternoon because we got there like 12.
So I mean, I just thought that was dope because I'm like, we said I had to spit with her and they was all as older women. They were like, y'all don't look like no geeks. You know what I'm saying? And we like, what do we look like? They're like, y'all look like no geeks.
What does look like?
Right.
So right.
Shout out.
I got it. Yeah. And so you know what I'm saying. So after that, like I said, great food. You know what I'm saying. I had a great time. And so then we go to
and the fact that that was Rudy's first time at a hibachi.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bro, what?
Rudy, bro.
You cook way too much, bro.
If you saw the look on this man's face at the amazing of this
the flames.
He was like a kid.
Was he like the little kid?
He had that little dog. The way he had that little dog.
They did the sake squirt on him.
I'm so mad at this.
Like he did the whole. They all do like the same spiel. And then Rudy was really just like,
do this everywhere? I'm like, yes, bro. It was such a simple, like, yes, bro. Like, you know what they say, like, act like you've been everywhere. It really was like, bro,
Hey, listen,
are you really amazed by this, bro?
Listen here, I'm never gonna act like I've been there in any situation. If it's my first time, I'm gonna give y'all my first time experience.
That nigga didn't know what was going on.
I'm gonna give y'all my first time
Did
experience.
he do the whole like flip the little thing in his hat?
I didn't.
No, he did the hat flip.
Okay.
The shrimp in the hat. Yeah. He did the hat flip.
So you know what I'm saying. So then we go to the May the 4th party, which was hella dope because you know what I'm saying.
Shout out to Spin with a Spin Times Square.
Yeah, Spin Times Square, which was bro.
We met the
I did not know that there was table tennis bars.
Yeah,
I've never been there.
I said, damn, we should go to this spot. That's what, when we actually went in on Wednesday. Remember, I was like, because it was like the Ping Pong Society social club, and I was like, hey, we should go into there if we can.
Yeah,
so
I didn't know that
was crazy.
Geekset, we had one here.
Yeah, it was in Third Ward.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a thing.
It used to be
It's like upstairs.
I think it was Evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I've been there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I never knew that was a thing. That wasn't anything that I guess I never knew that was a thing, which was really dope. And like I said, you know what I'm saying, we got to see our the homie Taylor Senpai.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
saying? Like, I feel like that was a great feeling.
Oh, he was up there?
Yeah, he was DJing the party. And I think
he was the first DJ.
He was the first, yeah. But I feel like I said the same. I feel like that's a great feeling. Like, you know, it's the same thing. Like, the whole research to be on the same path.
Yeah.
Where you can run into somebody else in a whole nother city somewhere else, and you're like, dog, you here too?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
all that little DreamCon.
Yeah, so like that was a big heavy shot to Taylor.
Yeah, you know, shout out to Sonic Boombox. They were the ones that put it on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying in regards to that. And like I said, everybody was there. It was like, you know what I'm saying, got to see just a couple of influencers that I'm like, oh shit, that's such and such. Oh, that's such and such.
Yeah, I don't know too much to nobody. So I'm really shout out to Gotham Geek Girl. And shout out to Fantastic Frank.
Yeah, they set us. They definitely set us up. Shout out to Nick Marina. Like I said, I've been following her for a while, so to even see her and then also get the chop over to see how cool she was. Because like she, you know, there's certain people, you know what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna keep it a bean. That you know, she looks good, right? And she has a whole lot of following. So it's like you see her and you think that it's gonna be one way. And then sometimes you forget that, you know, people are just like, they just want to be cool. You know what I'm saying? So being able to chop it up with her and her husband and, you know what I'm saying, seeing how that rocked and just kind of just having those conversations with influencers about being influenced. Me and her had a really in-depth conversation about like, she's a comedian. She's also not a spoken word. The people that do speeches and shit. Why can't I think of it right now? Public speaker. I could not think of it at the moment. And so that's what she's more so known for.
Where you was going with
I couldn't think of.
Was floundering.
I could not think of public speaker for whatever. But she was saying that the best community that she loves is the blurred community. She said that she gets the most love. It's so freeing. It's so welcoming. And she says that the blurred community. So shout out to this blurred community because she says this is the most welcome that she has. In regards to that, right? And so just being able to have that, and I was so salty because, like I said, we did not want to be so tired and trying to catch this flight, and so we did have to end that night early. We got. But also,
it was a couple other people who were with. They were like, "Hey, I'm about to head out."
Yeah. So you know, we had a good night and a good send off, and yeah, man, that was Blurs in New York. G. Blurs in New York, and I just want to say, man, like. It made me so hopeful with this documentary about the other experiences because we truly did. It was truly like a Geekset does New York, and knowing that, you know, our next location is going to be Cali, and we're going to have that same type of level of let's focus on what we're doing here in Cali. I think that this whole experience was a great start to this second half of the doc because we did our convention run, and this was way different from how the convention runs go. Yeah. And I just really like how the duality of that is and everything like that. And I think
I think because this was our first time, like I said, we're so used to it. This was our first time of a lot. This was our first trip together, just some niggas going on a trip. This is the first work trip that's not a convention trip. You know what I'm saying? And this is the first, like, you know, dive into the documentary you're saying on the second half where we gotta do this. So I think how we handled it, I feel like, you know, like having a little bit of everything. Everybody had a little bit of enjoyment of tourism, a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, like work, some excitement, you know what I'm saying? It was a great, I feel like
literally, or when we take LA, it's gonna be the same kind of energy.
Yeah. So final words, because like I said, you know what? I don't even want to get into recommendations. I want to play our interview one more time for the 389 fucking people in here.
Love y'all.
Hey man, breaking fucking records.
390.
390 definitely just
390. Yep. But we possibly gonna hit 400 before we get out of here. But final words in regards to it. Let's start with you, King.
And I think this was an overall successful trip. It was amazing, especially spending it with you guys. You know what I'm saying? It was an experience I'm definitely going to remember forever, but at the same time, I feel like LA is going to be like bigger in the sense of
a lot more to do,
a lot more experiences. Because we, more interviews. Hopefully, we get what we need from out there. But
right.
I think it's gonna be dope.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and we already have like kind of like the platform to how to move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like it won't be. I've been to LA a few times. It won't be as expensive.
I mean, definitely won't. Yeah, we've been to San Jose, but like I said, so definitely. So where we gonna probably be at it ain't gonna be nowhere near touching with New York.
Yeah,
that and we probably
have a rental.
Well, and be honest, because that was a lot of it. I'm gonna make sure we find a place where it's all right, Uber's not gonna kill us.
We learned. Learning experience.
New York was a great learning experience to travel, to do business, to record.
Yep.
Like in the realm in which we're moving, I felt like I understand now when they say if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah,
it's definitely that is true. So
absolutely,
LA, I'm excited for. I mean, even Dreamtown, I'm excited for. So it's it was a motivator. It was a big motivator. For me, I feel like it's definitely helped me get my priorities in order. Like what I'm trying to do, where we going. Like, okay, this is where we can be, bro. Just keep moving,
Yep. All right, Doug.
I forgot the question.
Final words. Final thoughts.
I enjoyed it. Like for that to be my first time in New York, I got to experience kind of all aspects of it, right? Went to New York knowing that it was going to be work, but also got a chance to kick it, to do the little tourism part. You know what I mean? To get the experiences that I needed out of it. And then, honestly, it gave me a lot of insight and opening for myself, a lot of self-reflection.
Right.
So I was able to, because, there was times out there where it was just me woke. So I took a walk and I was able to, really sit down and actually think of like, damn, we're out here doing something with Sway, right? You know what I mean? So to have that moment to reflect and to know that this is just the beginning of, a journey that we're about to take on. I'm so appreciative to be able to take this journey with you all. So that's my take from it.
Yep. I'll give mines. I just want to thank everybody that's been coming on this ride with us, because this was kind of like a validation moment for me, like being out there and just kind of seeing how people see how we move, and then seeing so many people interested in what we got going on. This coming from like if you've been following this podcast, you've seen the inception and the creation of the Black Geek documentary. And when it was just a thought or an idea that was thrown out as a possibility, and then know that every step of this way, we've been getting so much support. And now we are we are in that moment of like, we are kind of like on this final stretch to completion for filming part. And knowing that we have so much more to celebrate, so much more to do, so many more milestones to hit, I think, like, again, New York was a really great start. It gave me clarity on a lot of the moves that we've been making and clarity on where we're going with it and everything. Did?
Honestly, like you said, everybody already referenced that it was a great time. It was a good time to do what we do in a different city. But my takeaway thought was, all right, what's the next thing? Let's work.
No. Straight to the point. Bacardi.
Get it.
I mean, New York in general, it don't owe me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it definitely was a place to solidify what we should be doing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the fact of what this wasn't, as much as it felt like it was the impulse of us going, this was a year and change in the making to try to make this happen for us. And I feel like because we stuck to the gun, that's something that we really wanted for us, for Geekset.
Yeah.
Like, we needed this to happen for us to really do what we, to go further, and it was given to us. Like, it just solidifies. Like I said, and going out there and all the experiences that we had out there, to just kind of like solidify, whether it be personal things for yourself or group things as a whole, that just was like, bro, this is so like it's meant for it to happen. You know what I'm saying? So as knowing that we got here by saying that a documentary is needed about what we doing, and it's putting us in these places, it's like, it's really like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you only can be excited about what's going up next. Like, what's the next thing? You know what I'm saying?
So if you want to follow our journey and have more in depth, the best place for that is our Patreon, patreon.com/Geekset. There's already a little bit of, like, you can get a glimpse of some of the people that we're going to be talking to, some of the people that are going to be involved. We have a few posts up there. We kind of have it separated by the Black Geek documentary hashtag within our Patreon. So every tier has that opportunity to see that process. Join there. Follow us on @Geekset Podcast. And if you want to see everybody's individual take and view of this journey, you can see it as well on everybody's personal page. You can see it, like I said, within the ads and within the shares. Make sure you follow everybody, because you'll get different perspectives. You get from King and Doug's perspective of being behind the camera and watching us. You get Dish's perspective of just like the way that he walks through life and his technicalities of it. You get Bacardi's perspective of the philosophical version of it, plus also the merch aspect. You get my perspective of dealing with just different, you know, personalities and, you know what I'm saying, and heading that in regards to that. So make sure you follow everybody's personal. Make sure you go to geeksetpodcast.com. That's where the Black Geek merch is available. So if you too want to be like Winston Duke and Carl Jones and Kev on stage and that chick Angel and rock the Black Geek documentary, go to geeksetpodcast.com, get you that merch.
And I actually got a discount code right now for y'all.
Right now.
Right now. If you watching
right now.
Right now. If y'all go to geeksetpodcast.com and go to the store and you put in the code SWAY25GEEK, you get 25% off all Black Geek merch.
Oh, there we go. I say Sway 25. All right, but we're going to end this podcast with our Sway our Sway in the Morning interview. But as always, man, this is the only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together, and we are out. Peace.
Yo, Geekset, come over here to this mic right here. Introduce yourselves, man, real quick, man. Geekset Podcast, man. They're new members of the Sway's Universe family.
Awesome.
We're new members of their family.
Nice.
It's a family affair.
Hey. No singing, Sway.
No singing. No singing.
Talk to dog. I thought
Hey,
that
man.
You got it.
Right. Come on, man.
Nah, dog.
Hey, Black Geeks sing. We sing,
There
right?
you go.
Come on, man.
We can do a spill, right?
Do your spill, man. Go
All
ahead.
right, man. Listen. All right, man. Welcome back to the Geekset Podcast, only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together. I'm your boy Deuces. With me, I got my man Bacardi Sensei.
What is good, everybody? How are we doing today?
And as always, I got my man Didge in the building.
What is happening, people? What is happening? Hope y'all are having a great morning.
And look, Blurs is on Sway's Universe, yo.
Oh,
Come
Hey. Deuces. Break down what the podcast is all about, and then even the culture of the Geekset.
Yeah. So, you know, we are a podcast, so like I said, we really just wanted to bring the black people to the space and show that black people are not a monolith, right? So, like, one of the things that, like, really sparked this, and this is a dope story, is that when Black Panther first came out, if people who remember it, the very, very first commercial had Run the Jewels on the commercial.
Yes.
Yeah. Right? And I'm listening to all these other podcasts and people talk about it, but nobody was bringing up the fact that a Disney property, the first major Marvel movie, had Run the Jewels on the commercial. And I said, this is what I want to bring to the podcast space.
There you go.
And so, you know, we wanted to do that. And then we wanted to continue to show love to our heroes, but also the people that are doing it. The people that are within the culture. So we make sure that we go to those conventions. We interview the people that we grew up loving. We make sure that we're showcasing the talent and all the people that was in it. And then, you know, me and my brothers, man, I got them along with the ride, and everybody got a special expertise position within Geekset. So it's like now we just running like Voltron. Like everybody got a purpose and everything.
Everybody got a role they play, huh? Yo, Bacardi, come on, man. Come on, man.
I do all the fashion and everything for Geekset and the branding. So everything you seeing right now, the Black Geek, all the merch. Sway got a box, you know what I'm saying? So
you got a box?
Yeah, you got a box. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
but I mean, it's been great. Like I was doing hip hop, I was always doing beats and everything back when I was younger. younger, I was a geek my whole life. So it's like I'm 42 years old. So to be 42 and I get to still talk about X-Men and travel and convention is like, this is like bananas. It's like a dream really coming true.
I love it, man. Come on, let's apply for living our dreams. Diz, let me ask you this. How much diversity do we see in this culture?
Oh, we see a ton. I mean, you got to figure geeks from all types of life. Geeks from all walks of life. You got all three of us are already different. Like, even though that's my blood brother, we two completely different personalities.
Yeah.
But the one thing that you connect on is we geeks. We like this geek shit. So we basically, that's what you talk about. And you instead of looking at the differences, you try to talk about the things that's together. So like you got the common thread all the time.
It brings so much community together.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the fact that we went so long throughout our years, never realizing that there's so many people that watch these cartoons that we grew up with that still hold it true.
So what is the geek traits? You got to watch cartoons, comic books.
No.
What are you talking about?
You know what? I got a perfect point for you. Everybody is geeky about something. If you a sports nerd, you a geek.
Oh, so Heather's a sports geek.
Oh, then you a geek.
Food.
Okay, food geek. Okay.
You
because
a geek.
our slogan is love what you do what you love. And that's what we equate it to. Because the thing about that we see when we have these conversations with people is that, like, we'll have a conversation just about, like, in general, comic books, anime, video games, but then you'll find somebody who has something where it's like, it may not be that, but it may be a property. They may like Westerns, right? And the way what we look for, we call it your geek point. We look for the moment of that excitement that you have when you might have it to your own self, but then you have 3 or 4 people that when y'all get together, y'all go deep.
Conversation.
And that's what we try to make everybody bring out their geek point and saying, like, yeah, you know what, there's something that you love that like I said, we love using sports because it's like everybody like who likes sports. You know, I may say that Kobe is the greatest, but
you
there's somebody.
Come in, hey, you remember when Kobe did X, Y, and Z?
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, I love it.
You a sports geek.
Well, this is the podcast, man. Give them a big round of applause. The Geekset, right? And you can follow them at where?
Geekset Podcast everywhere, or go to geeksetpodcast.com. Merch is available because we are working on a doc.
Get that Black Geek merch, please.
And you can check out episodes on Sway's Universe.
Absolutely.
All right, our new partnership.
Yes.
Part of the partnership is you got to give me a hoodie, man. Nobody brought me a hoodie. What the heck? Come on, man. All right, okay, man. We coming right back. Okay, we got a box right here. Let's see. Let them see the box real quick. We got to get the box.
We're going to get you. We're
That's
going to roll back
Okay,
on you.
and then hold it up.
All good.
And then
Take
Ty,
care of
get that on the
take care
camera.
of Sway.
And then listen, to those who are watching this, you can get your Geek Set podcast gear as well.
It's nice. It's beautiful,
look at
too.
it. Oh, man. Right. Let's put it up. Somebody
Sway gonna have that on tomorrow.
Oh, my gosh. Look at that, man. Black Geek Set.
That's really nice.
Documentary, man. Let's see her.
Come on, man. Look at it.
Got you the hat.
Oh, man. Look at that, man. What about Torch? Did Torch get anything?
They said they're gonna spin the block.
We
They be back.
We spinning the block.
I mean, a couple different sizes.
Yeah, because we also got to get Reggie right, man. Shout out Reggie.
Okay, what's that right there?
I'm gonna be in your box,
Sway.
You know, so like,
we gotta commend the blur.
so
Hold that up for me.
I'll tell you the origin of our Blurts on just like portion of it, right? So we was in Forbes and they was covering about us doing the documentary, right? And I'm a researcher because I also interview people. I have a whole list of people that I interview on my show called 101 with Deuces.
Right.
And so when we was on Forbes, I'm like, okay, who else is talking about this geek shit? Because I would love to talk to them. And so I'm typing in like the hot terms, and nobody in Forbes said anything about blurs, which is Black Nerd. So then we started the hashtag Blurs on Forbes. So now the way that we look at it is because the culture always comes first, even before Geekset. Even though we here, the culture is here on Sway's Universe. So we started doing blurs everywhere. So then when we partnered with y'all, we started Blurs on Sway's Universe. I'm also a voice narrator on Watch Mojo. I do the list over there. Blurs on Watch Mojo. So everywhere we go, it's a Blurs on movement, and Blurs on Sway's Universe.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Give it up once again, man. Give out that social again so people want to follow y'all.
At Geekset Podcast, you'll find all of our individual socials there. But like I said, the movement is Geekset, man. Geekset Podcast, and support the Black Geek documentary. Our teaser trailer is out, so make sure y'all go there. And it's bananas. And like I said, we use our community with our emojis, man. You see us throwing the eagle emojis, man. We hold it down.
There you go, man. Give
Love
it up for the Geekset Podcast. You can also find them on Sway's Universe, the YouTube channel. 888-742-334-555. Turn me up, Torch.
The one thing that I absolutely love about the culture is that it's still embedded in Black culture.
My geeks still rock Dunks or Jordans, and they also talk about Batman versus Superman. Batman and versus Superman is literally Brown versus Jordan.
Dragon Ball Z, that like my whole trajectory and life changed. Don't nobody talk to me. My shit is on.
We just finna experience it. It look like it's gonna be real deep.
Oh my God, the scream! The elevation from where King Vader started to now is fucking lit.
Black geek culture helped me through some of the highs of my life, through some of the lows of my life. It's always been there, sort of like an undercurrent to everything that I did.
There was no term for it. It was just, this is what I'm doing.
I love us in it. I love the fact that we take things and we always make it better.